A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Jerry of the Circus. For Jerry of the Circus.
Well, Rags, old fella, what's the hurry?
Bob.
Well, Jerry, what's all exciting?
Hey, look. I just got the morning paper, and it's all about Platt. Headlines all over the front page.
You don't say.
Yeah, they got him. It says right here in the paper that the police caught him last night.
No, you don't say. Here, let's have a look at that paper.
Yeah, here. Read it. Quiet, Rand.
Well, I declare.
Read it out loud, Bumps. I didn't get a chance to finish. I was in such a hurry to let you see.
Well, let's just sit down here on these steps.
Okay. Come on, Rags. Lie down and be quiet.
Now, it says, carrying several $1,000s in negotiable securities, alleged to have been stolen in a sensational mail robbery 4 years ago, Stephen Platt, for the past 8 years baggage master of the Hansburg Railway Station of the LM&O lines, was apprehended and arrested by deputy sheriffs as he was about to board a southbound freight train late last night at Garden Junction.
Gee, he might have gotten away. Say, it's lucky the police got there in time.
Yeah, the law has to work fast, Jerry.
Go on. What else does it say?
Let's see. Platt is being held at the Hansburg police station under $20,000 cash bail, pending trial.
Serves him right.
Then it goes on to tell about the robbery.
Yeah, the one they're keeping Spike in jail for.
Now, wait a minute, Jerry. Now, listen to this. Detective work done by 2 members of Randall's Circus, now playing Hansburg, is largely responsible for the apprehension of Stephen Platt. This new evidence, brought to light by these amateur sleuths...
But that's us, Jason and me.
Yes, will no doubt be instrumental in releasing Max Peters, who is now serving a 20-year sentence for this same mail robbery.
Well, that's Spike, Bump. Oh, gee, we really helped him.
It certainly looks like it, Jerry. Now, wait till I finish this now. A speedy retrial of the case is assured by presiding Judge Leroy. Well, Jerry, looks like they caught Platt red-handed this time.
Yeah. Now it's...
Now what? It seems like you ought to be mighty pleased.
Oh, of course I am as far as Spike's concerned.
Oh, what's gotten into you? Here you were all excited, and then all of a sudden you act like a punctured balloon. Is there something wrong?
I was just thinking.
Oh, well, it shouldn't have hurt that much.
No, but this is serious. It's about Tom.
Well, what about it?
Oh, what'll he do now? Where'll he go?
Well, how do you mean, Jerry?
Well, he hasn't got any money at all. Well, honest, Bumps, he's about as bad off as I was before I joined out with this circus.
Well, hasn't he got any folks?
Oh, I guess I didn't have a chance to tell you much about Tom. What with all the excitement.
Oh, I should say not. You've been busier than a cat with 9 kittens since we reached Hansburg.
Yeah, I know. Well, you see, Bumps, Tom's got a dad, but he doesn't know where he is.
Oh, that's funny.
It sure is. His dad left Tom quite a while ago with Platt. Then all of a sudden, he stopped writing him. Well, Tom's been working for his keep ever since.
When did he last hear from his father?
A long time back. I don't know exactly.
Where was his dad then?
In Fordham, I think. But, of course, there's no knowing where he is now.
Oh, it doesn't sound natural for a man to just stop writing to his own son with no explanation at all.
And the worst of it is that Tom hasn't got a penny.
Well, I take it Platt never paid him for his work then.
No, I'll say he didn't. He was awful mean to Tom, too. Made him work hard and everything.
It seems like the circus plays for him, Jerry.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see how that'll help Tom. Unless... Say, of course, I might be able to try and find his dad when we get there.
But if Tom hasn't a job or anything, he's likely to get pretty hungry by that time.
Yeah, that's the trouble. If only... I wonder.
What, Jerry?
Oh, I wonder if there'd be any chance of Tom going along with the circus until we get to Fordham.
Well, no,
Well,
I don't
he could
know.
work for his keep. He's an awful good worker, Bumps. Do you think there's a chance?
Well, it's an idea, all right. Of course, Mr. Randall's the boss around here.
Yeah, he's been so swell to me, I kind of hate to ask any more favors, but... Well, Tom's really in a spot.
Can't do any harm to ask. He can't do any more than say no.
That's right. And besides, I just got to try and do something for Tom. He said he'd come over this morning and say goodbye. See, listen, Bumps.
Yes, Jerry?
I'm going to run over now and see Mr. Randall. If Tom gets here before I get back, make him wait for me.
Of course I will, Jerry.
Wouldn't it be great if I... Hey, come on, Rags. We got to hurry. Hey, wait a minute. Here he comes now.
Who, Mr. Randall?
Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hello there.
Morning, Bumps. Say, Tom, you seen the papers?
Yeah, they caught him just in the nick of time, didn't they?
They sure did. I guess that's the last time Platt will ever be mean to you.
Yeah, the police sure ought to be grateful to you, Jerry. Guess maybe they never would have caught him if it hadn't been for you.
Got any plans, Tom?
Well, how do you mean?
Figured out what you're going to do next.
What can I do?
Well, I just wanted to be sure. Will you excuse me for a minute, Tom? I got an errand. You stay here with Bumps.
Sure. There's no place I could go anyhow.
I'll be right back. I got an idea, and, well, Rags, come on, Rags, come on.
Well, good luck, Jerry. We'll be waiting.
Okay, keep your fingers crossed.
I will.
What do you say that for, Bumps?
What?
Keeping your fingers crossed.
That. It's a little secret Jerry has. Maybe he can tell you about it later. I hope so.
Oh.
Say, Tom, Jerry tells me you haven't heard from your father in a long time.
No, well, it's kind of funny, too. Because when he did write, he was always awful regular. Wrote every week.
Were you and your dad good friends?
Oh, we sure were. Say, he took me every place. Well, we were buddies.
How do you happen to leave you with Platt?
Well, you see, he got a job out of town in a place called Fordham.
I see.
Well, he couldn't take me very well at first, but he was going to send for me soon as he could.
Were he and Platt friends?
Well, we didn't know Mr. Platt very well, but when Dad got this job, Mr. Platt said I could stay with him for a while.
Until your father could send for you, huh?
Yeah, and Dad was going to send a little money now and then, but, well, I guess he just never had it to send.
And you don't know whether he's still in Fordham or not, huh?
No, but if he didn't have a job, I don't see how he could get any place else, not having any money or anything.
Well, that sounds reasonable. Well, sounds like our friend Jerry's back already.
Oh, there he comes now, with Mr. Randall.
Bumps, he's going to do it. It's all fixed.
Well, good morning, young man.
Good morning, Mr. Randall. I hope you don't mind my being here.
Well, of course I don't mind, Tom.
I just had to say goodbye to Jerry and all, and, I...
By the way, Tom, what are you planning to do now that you aren't working for Mr. Platt?
Well, I really don't know.
Jerry tells me you've got a father in Fordham.
Well, I think I have. Well, I think he's in Fordham.
I don't suppose he knows about all this Platt mix-up.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't. I'm afraid now he'll never know how to get in touch with me, now that Mr. Platt won't be here anymore.
Well, now, Tom, I don't suppose you'd want to join up with us until we get to Fordham, huh?
What?
I think I might be able to find some work for you to do, so you can earn your way.
You mean it, Mr. Randall?
Isn't it wonderful?
Of course I mean it. As a matter of fact, you'll probably be able to make a couple of dollars for yourself, so you won't arrive in Fordham broke.
Gee, Mr. Randall, I can hardly believe it.
Now, I'll tell you what you two boys do. You run over to the kitchen and see if Leo can rustle up a job for Tom.
You bet we will, Mr. Randall.
Can't have a couple of boys around here with time on their hands.
Come on, Tom. I'll race you over to the mess tent.
You're on it. Well, You know how thankful I am, Mr. Randall.
All right, son.
Come on, Tom. Bet I beat you.
Bet you don't.
Oh, look at those boys run. Ah, they're nice kids, both of them.
I bet they are.
Yeah, wish I was young again.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, Bumps, you're getting to be a sentimental old man. That's what you are.
Why, Sam, what do you mean sentimental?
You didn't fool me one bit. I know perfectly well who put Jerry up to ask me to help Tom.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It was Jerry's idea.
Yeah. I know who gave it to him. You can't fool me.
Oh, yeah? Well, when it comes to that, I don't think your heart's made of stone either.
What are you talking about?
Listen, you can't fool me. Leo doesn't any more need an extra hand than I need another foot.
We won't go into that. What I really wanted to tell you was that I have to take Jerry and Jason down to the district attorney's office before we leave town.
Oh, anything serious?
Oh, no. They just got to sign some papers regarding their discoveries on this case. And here's where you come in. Jerry has to take along that red sweater he picked up in Platt's barn.
No. Why, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. It'll be one of the exhibits in the trial.
Oh, just my luck. I never get the breaks. Well, I see where I'll have to say goodbye to that nice sweater, then.
The district attorney will see you now, Mr. Randall.
Thank you, young man.
Yes, come right this way, Mr. Randall. It was nice of you to take your valuable time and accompany these people.
Oh, I'm only too glad to, Mr. Stanton.
I've had the papers all drawn up. You want to look them over before Jason and Jerry sign them?
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
So you're Jerry Dugan.
Yes, sir. Here's the sweater you told me to bring, sir.
Well, I'm mighty glad to meet you, son. Now, there are just a couple of things I want to straighten out before you leave town.
Well, I'll be glad to tell you anything I know, sir.
Good. Now about this man, Spike. I understand he's a friend of yours.
He sure is. When he told me how he'd been framed, I just made up my mind I'd do everything I could to try and find out who framed him.
So you're convinced he's innocent, huh?
Of course. Well, doesn't this prove it? I mean, finding Platt with the goods and all?
Well, it may and it may not. After all, so far there's no proof that Max Peters, the man you call Spike, and Platt weren't working together.
Oh, no. It couldn't be.
Have you anything more than Spike's word for this?
Oh, no, but I'd trust Spike any time.
Isn't it possible that they were working together and then the Platt double-crossed Spike at the last minute?
But Spike just isn't that kind. Honest he isn't, Mr. Stanton.
I admire your loyalty, son. However, it's all probably will be cleared up at the trial. I just wanted to be sure you didn't have any more information. You know, to help clear your friend's good name.
No, I wish I did, but Spike didn't have the least idea who'd framed him. All I knew was that he worked for a man named Platt.
That's all you had to go on, eh?
Yes, sir, that's all.
All right, Jerry. Thank you very much. Now, if Jason and Mr. Randall have finished looking those papers over, we'll get them signed.
All right.
And that's all we have to do?
That'll be all. It's all we can do until the trial comes up.
Chester Dennessy and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, once again it's Sunday, and it's such a beautiful day that Jack and Mary are walking to the studio.
Gosh, Mary, this is a perfect day for a walk.
It sure is. The sun is so warm and bright. I'm glad that... Jack, what are you doing?
I'm rubbing some suntan oil on me.
Well, take out the sardines first. It smells terrible.
Mary.
Pull your shirt down. You look silly with a bare midriff.
All right. I was just trying to get a little sunshine. You know, sunshine is very...
Say, look, Jack. Isn't that Faye Lamar's nurse coming this way pushing that baby carriage?
Where? Oh, yes. You know, Hetty's baby must be over a year old now.
Yeah, and awfully cute.
Yeah, here they come. Hello, you cute little thing.
Jack, leave the nurse alone and pay attention to the baby.
Oh, yeah, my glasses are so thick. Say, nurse, this is Hetty Lamar's baby, isn't it?
Oui, monsieur. C'est un bébé tellement bien élevé. Je n'ai pas eu la mère de la bébé depuis des années. Comment va-t-elle? Oh, elle va très bien, merci. Elle me parle souvent de vous.
Excusez, moi, je voudrais une poitrine de pommes frites.
Quoi?
Mary, what did I say?
You asked her for an order of French fried potatoes.
Oh, I meant to say she was a nice tomato.
Baby is so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Listen to that. Don't cry. Does the itty-bitty baby want a great big man to play with you? All right. Now, here's a little game that all babies like. Now, pay attention, baby. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. And this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went, wee, 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 wee.
Jack, we've got a long walk yet. Let's get going.
Okay. Wait till I put my shoe on. Goodbye, baby.
Au revoir, mademoiselle. Au revoir. Je lui dirai que je vous ai dit.
J'ai espéré que vous ne me trouviez pas stupide.
What was that?
I canceled the French fried potato. Come on, Mary. Well, there's NBC.
Yeah, we're a little early, too. Let's stop in the drugstore and get a sandwich.
Okay. Wait a minute, Mary. Here's a paper. I want to look up the lineups for today's game.
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to find out who is going to pitch for St. Louis and whom is going to pitch for Boston. I've got a feeling whom didn't do so good today. Mary, let's take those two vacant stools on the end.
Here, two right here.
Oh, yes. Oh, waiter. Waiter.
Yes.
Are these two stools available?
No, they're reserved for Caesar and Cleopatra.
Drugstore with an MC. Sit down, Mary.
Waiter, I'd like a chicken sandwich on white toast.
Yes, ma'am. And you?
Well, I don't know. Have you got a menu?
Here.
Now, let me see.
Don't bend it. It's the only one we have.
I'm not...
And stop drooling on it. There's nothing on there that good.
Every time time I come in here, it's the same thing.
Jack, it's your own fault. You antagonize him.
I do not.
You do, too.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Give me a cup of coffee and some bread for these sardines.
Hurry my sandwich, will you, waiter?
Yes, ma'am.
And would you please put some lettuce on it?
Yes, ma'am. One chicken sandwich with lettuce.
You want the chicken in the middle with the lettuce on top, or the lettuce in the middle with the chicken on top?
Hey, Mary, that voice sounds familiar. Waiter, tell the chef to come out here.
Yeah, very well. Oh, chef, come out here. A customer wants you.
A customer wants me. I know there's a meat shortage, but this is ridiculous.
Say, aren't you the little hot dog man?
Pickle in the middle and the mustard on top. Just the way you like them, and they're all there.
I knew it. Say, don't you remember me? I bought hot dogs from you last year.
Oh, sure. Sure, I recognize the mustard on your lapel.
Jack, if you had that mustard on your lapel for a whole year...
Well, I hated to take it off. It looks like a discharge button. But, Mr. Kitzel, I can't understand you working as a chef in a drugstore. What happened to your hot dog stand?
Oh, less than a little days ago. My hot dog stand is no longer under my jurisdiction.
Well, how'd you lose it? What happened?
Well, today I bet on Boston.
This game must be over.
Well, that's a shame. Why didn't you bet on St. Louis?
And go against my hometown?
Oh, you're from Boston?
Well, where do you think I got the accent?
Well, it's nice seeing you again, Mr. Kitzel.
Mutual.
Well, let's go, Mary. I want to get in a little early because I asked Edgar Bergen to meet me in the studio. I have a little business I want to talk to him about.
Okay.
Oh, waiter, I'll take the check.
Here you are. That'll be $18.65.
What? One chicken sandwich can't come to $18.65.
I know, but no matter what it is, I'll have to fight for it, so let's make it worthwhile.
Oh, here's 50 cents, and that's plenty. Let's go, Mary. It's the last time I ever come to this drugstore.
But, Jack, if it's good enough for Caesar and Cleopatra, it's certainly...
Mary, one MC is enough. Come on. Get the gang together, we'll have a mic rehearsal.
Okay.
And tell Don.
Hey, chum.
Me?
Yeah, when did you get out of the Army?
What?
Jack, wipe that mustard off your lapel.
I'll have it clean. See you later, Mary. Take back your samba. Your rumba. Your rumba.
Hello, boss.
Oh, hello, Rochester. What are you doing here? I gave you the day off.
I know, boss, but I've got a date with my new girlfriend, and I thought, I thought maybe you'd let me use your car.
Well, you got a new girl, huh? Well, of course, Rochester. Of course you can have my car to take her out.
Gee, thanks, boss. And can I borrow that fancy gadget you use when you take your girl for a ride?
Gadget?
Yeah, that thing that makes you run out of gas when you reach Mulholland Drive.
Oh, that thing? No, it isn't dependable. Twice it stopped when I was driving Mary's mother to the station. But Rochester, tell me more about this new girl of yours, huh?
She's wonderful, boss. Just wonderful.
Well, I never knew a girl could have such an effect on you. What does she look like, Rochester?
You want me to describe her to you, boss?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a California sunset just as Mother Nature extinguishes its last golden glow with the tranquil waters of the blue Pacific?
Yes.
Well, put a sweater on and you got it.
Oh, I see.
Well, I better run along now. So long, boys.
Go on, Rochester. Have a good time, but be home by 10 o'clock.
What?
I said be home by 10.
You want me to describe it to you again, boss?
No. Go ahead. Well, I can't remember. I can't remember Rochester being so crazy.
Jack, everybody's here now.
Oh, good. Oh, Phil.
Just a minute, Jackson. My boys are limber enough.
Well, they don't have to do it now. Pick up those dice and listen to me.
Okay. Hey, fellas, put away the dice, take the money off the bass drum, and give Frankie his clothes back.
Now, Phil, when you... It's your own fault, Frankie. You shouldn't play if you can't afford to lose. You don't catch me gambling, unless it's a sure thing.
Sure thing. You wouldn't bet on Life Boy against B.O. Plenty.
Oh, what a gag. Oh, Libby, what are you waiting for? Join the throng. Get your own joke here.
Phil, it wasn't that funny. Now, Don...
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Now, Dennis, when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Now, Don...
Yes, Jack.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
I thought it was most amusing.
Dennis, quiet. Now, Don...
Yes, Jack?
When you started doing your
I
commercial...
thought it was not only humorous, but sophisticated.
Dennis, I said when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Now, Don...
He's mad because I'm alluring.
Dennis, that's silly. A man saying he's alluring.
What's wrong with that, Jackson? The doctor said I was alluring to strawberries.
That's alluring! That kind of a gag I want you to do on your own show. Now, let's forget it.
If you were the only girl in the world, and I were the only boy, nothing else would matter in the world today. We could go on loving in the same
Dennis, that was a very good song, and you sang it well.
When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
What?
I guess that'll hold me.
I hope so. Edgar Bergen will be here pretty soon, so let's get on with the rehearsal.
Hey, Jackson, it must have been a lot of fun working with Bergen last week, huh?
It was, Phil. I really envy that guy.
Well, why envy him, Jack? You're both big radio stars. You're both very popular.
I know, but look at the setup Bergen has. What a cast. No agent, no contracts, no salaries. Just a paint job once a year. Anyway, kids, when he comes, I wish you'd leave us alone. I want to talk a little business with him.
What's the matter, Jackson? Didn't he mail it to you?
It's not bad, Phil. He's a nice guy, and I think Edgar Bergen is a great comedian.
I like Fred Allen better than anybody.
If you could get it these days, I'd wash out your mouth with soap.
You know, Jack, I heard Fred's opening show, and he had a very clever idea. His guest stars were Lowell Thomas and H.C. Kaltenborn.
I know. He was also supposed to have Gabriel Heater, but thank goodness Heater had some ethics and turned him down.
What do you mean, ethics?
Mary, how could Gabriel Heater possibly go on a program that introduces Fred Allen and start off with, yes, there's good news tonight? Some good news. All I know is that if Allen keeps come in.
Hello, Jack. Hello, everybody.
Well, Edgar, glad you dropped in.
By the way, Jack, I brought Charlie along. I hope you don't mind.
Of course not. I'm always glad to see the root of all evil.
Let's get out of here, Bergen. The guy's corny. Look at him, kids. Isn't he cute?
Yeah, look at that little dimple chin. That turned up nose.
Little ears.
Yeah.
Just look me over, folks. Don't think of the merchandise.
Charlie, that's no way to talk to these folks. They're very important people.
What do you mean, important people? I don't even know who they are.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. This is my cast. I'll introduce you to them.
Yeah, do. Please, do.
Now, there's Don Wilson, my announcer.
Where?
Right over there.
Wow. Hand me my harpoon. There's a whale off the starboard bow.
No, Charlie, now, you must show more respect. After all, Mr. Wilson is highly regarded in radio circles.
Well, I'm curious, Bergen. Is that his stomach, or is he taking home the family wash?
Hey, that was a good one. Jack, I wish you wouldn't encourage him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Edgar. I'm sorry. Now, Charlie, this is my orchestra leader, Phil Harris.
Not the Phil Harris.
That's right, the one and only.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Harris, I've always wanted to meet you.
You have?
Yeah. Pick up for me, will ya?
Not now, Phil. You'll peel the paint off his face.
You know, Charlie, Mr. Harris is not only a musician, he's also a singer.
Yes, I recall, yes. Ham hocks and turnip jeans, you know me in New Orleans. That's what I got myself, yeah. That must make Bing Crosby feel awfully insecure. They must worry the South, too, a little, huh?
Hey, look, you lay off of me, Bob, or I'll rub you and Mortimer Snurg together and start a fire.
Phil, don't be rude. And now, Charlie, I'd like you to meet someone I know you'll like very much. The singer of our show, Dennis Day.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, McCarthy. Are you Irish?
Sure, then, that I am.
It's a pleasure to meet a man in whose veins flows the water of the Lake of Killarney.
And I'm from the old sod, too, I'll have you know. And I still have me father's shillelagh. Oh, Bergen, watch it. Your Swedish accent is showing.
Now, Charlie, I saved this next introduction for the last. I know you're interested in the ladies, so I'd like to present Mary Livingston.
Hello, Charlie. Well. Hubba, and bubbaloo. The rest of you peasants can leave now. I'm about to begin Operation McCuffin. Oh, Charlie, you're the cutest thing I ever saw. Oh, Mary, what a beautiful name. You're perfect for such a beautiful girl. Oh, Charlie. You know, Mary, it isn't often one sees a girl as gorgeous as you are. Charlie.
Your beautiful, soft, silky hair, your deep brown eyes, your kissable lips. Charlie, now stop. You're embarrassing Miss Livingston.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, you let him talk. I'm liable to learn something. Mary?
Yes, Charlie.
Hey, come here, Mary. Come here. Let me put my arm around you. That's it. Give me your handkerchief, Berger. My monocle's steamed up again.
Come here, Charlie. I'm going to give you a great big kiss.
I'll be right there, baby. Charlie, now behave yourself. Let me loose, Bergen. After all, I'm not made of wood, you know. All right. See, I always thought that you were. Say, Jack, I've got to get back to my rehearsal. Hey, what was it you wanted to see me about?
Well, Edgar, it's a business matter. I thought we'd talk about it in private.
Yeah.
Now, look here.
All right, Jackson, we can take a hint.
Yeah, let's all go out and get a cup of coffee.
Well, Jack, what is it you want to talk about now?
You know, Edgar, I've always admired you. I watched you start in radio. I watched you climb and become bigger and bigger and bigger. And each year I was happy because of your success.
Careful, Bergen. The last guy who started out like that told you the bikini balloon. Balloon? All right, Joe Bergen ain't paying attention.
Now look, Edgar. You're at the pinnacle of your career, one of the greatest stars in radio. But I have something that will make you even greater, and I'm not going to be selfish enough to keep it from you.
Well, my goodness, what are you going to give me, Jack?
My new quartet.
A quartet?
Yes, and for only $1,000 a week.
What?
$750.
No, Jack, it's not the price. I'm just, I'm sure they're worth $1,000, but wait a minute. You're not talking about the quartet you hired for your commercial, are you?
Oh, you've heard them? $300.
No, I'm really not interested at all.
But, Edgar, how can you pass up such an opportunity as this? Just think of it. $300 for the best quartet in Los Angeles.
Bergen wouldn't pay $300 for Los Angeles.
I wouldn't sell it to him. Now, listen, Edgar, before you say no, definitely, you got to hear these boys once more. I want to show you what they can do with a commercial. Hey, Don, bring your boys in here a minute.
Okay, come on in, fellas.
Wait till you hear this, Edgar.
Well, what do you want, Jack?
I want Edgar to hear what these boys can do with a commercial.
Why, certainly. Just listen to this. Take this, boys. Okay, from Sanborn.
Bergen, let's get out of here. No, Jack, no. Bergen, get me out of here.
200.
No, Jack, no.
150.
Bergen, let's go. I'm sorry, Jack, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, $100. $100. All right. So long. So long.
Good health to all from Rexall. Yes, it's Sunday, time for the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, presented by the makers of Rexall Drug Products and 10,000 independent Rexall family druggists.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist, taking a little time from behind the prescription counter this Sunday evening to speak for all 10,000 of us. The 10,000 independent druggists who have added the word Rexall to our own store names. You can always tell us by the orange and blue Rexall sign on our windows. The sign means that we carry the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. They range all the way from aspirin to penicillin, and they're as fine and pure and dependable as science can make them. We independent druggists recommend them to our customers because we know you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. And now your your Rexall family druggist brings you the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show. Written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp and his music, yours truly, Bill Foreman, and starring Alice Faye and Phil Harris. For the past few days, the Harris home has been under the annual siege of spring cleaning. Over Alice's protests, Phil has insisted on helping her. And as we look in, he is about to hang a picture over the fireplace.
Phil, I wish you'd let me do that. You're not very handy.
Please. Just hold the chair steady while I get up. There. Now, where do you want this nail?
Right over the fireplace. And, Phil, please be careful.
Honey, I know how to hammer a nail. Wow! I hit my thumb.
Phil, how can you be so clumsy?
Stop laughing and look for my thumb. It must be on the floor someplace.
Oh, it's still on your hand. Does it hurt much?
Oh, honey, you'll never know how much I'm suffering. Oh, look at that little thumb. Oh, honey, I won't be able to use this finger. Oh, gee, I'm going to have to call off today's band rehearsal.
Why?
This is the thumb I deal the cards with. Oh, honey, this pain is excruciating. Ooh, wait till I come down off this chair and show you.
Phil, look out. You caught your foot in the...
Oh, this time I really did it.
Oh, for goodness sakes. What did you hurt now?
What I sit on when I deal the cards with the thumb I ain't got. Oh, honey, I can't get up.
Are you hurt, Daddy?
Am I hurt? Here I lie mortally wounded, and she asks me if I'm hurt. Oh, that poor little thumbsy-wumsy. Oh, I'm afraid to look at it. Phyllis, you look at it and tell me how it is.
It's only a scratch, Daddy. It's just bleeding a little.
Bleeding? I knew it. Oh, Alice, is it bleeding much?
Oh, yes. There must be at least 3 or 4 drops gushing out. Girls, this is too gory for you. You'd better leave the room.
Let them stay. I may need them for a transfusion.
Phil, will you please cut it out? You're all right. Look, it stopped bleeding.
It stopped? Oh, no. Now I ran out of blood.
You just lie there and let it congeal. I'll put up the nail myself.
No, you don't. I started this, and as weak as I am, I'll finish it. Pass me the hammer.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Phil, I wish you wouldn't. You'll only ruin your thumb completely.
I'll show you I can do it right. Now watch this. Oh, no. Oh, Alice, I must have hit my hand. Look at my bones. They're falling all over the floor.
That's plaster. You knocked a hole in the wall.
All right, honey, don't get upset. We can cover the hole up with something.
With what?
Daddy has a moose head.
Alice, that's no way to talk about your father.
She didn't mean it. Look, kid, you better run along. Look, Alice, I got some plaster in the garage. I'll get it.
No. You stay right where you are. I'll get someone else to do it.
Alice, I am capable of plastering up a hole in the wall. You don't let me do nothing around here. You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Well, I don't.
Well...
Don't give up, Philip. I'm on your side.
I better cover up that hole in the wall fast. Things are starting to come out of it.
Alice, how did you get that hole in your wall?
Oh, Phil was hanging a picture, and he missed the nail.
Oh, Philip, how stupid can you be?
I suppose you could do better, Poodles.
I'll show you. There's nothing to driving a nail into the wall. It's just a question of using my head.
Oh, this I'm going to want to see. Got to see this. Look, I'll hold the nail. You put your head down and get a running start. That flat top of yours you can't miss.
Now, never mind, fellas. I don't want any more nail holes in the wall. All I need is a plasterer.
Why, Alice, I can plaster the hole for you. I'm very handy, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm always fixing little things around the house.
Well, bless your nimble little finger.
Catch some plaster, Alice. I'll get started.
Oh, thanks, Willie. You'll find some out in the garage.
I'll go get it. Philip, if you care to, you may watch me. You might learn something, you know.
I got to do something about that boy. Say, Alice, when he plasters that hole up, couldn't he work from the inside of the wall?
Bill, you just resent the fact that Willie's more handy than you.
Well, it's a fine state of affairs when a woman thinks more of her brother than she does of her husband.
Oh, Phil, don't be silly. I don't...
Please? Say no more. Don't try to make up to me. To think I've given her the best years of my life. And years don't come no better than that.
But, Phil...
I shall sleep at the club tonight.
But I... All right, go sleep at your club.
That I will. Goodbye. If you want me, you'll find me at... Wait a minute, I don't belong to no club. Alice.
What now?
Can I borrow your membership card to the YWCA?
Don't just stand there, Phil. If you're going, go.
Well, look, before I go, don't you want to hear me sing for the last time?
If you want to.
Okay. What song would you like to hear me sing?
Oh, you know, the one you do so well. The one that goes... I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as bright as gay as a daisy in May, a cliche coming true. I'm bromidic and bright as the moon, happy night pouring light on the dew.
She's as corny as Kansas in August, high as a flag on the 4th of July.
If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
She's as bright and as gay as a daisy in May, a crochet coming through. She's bromidic and bright as the moon, happy night pouring light on the dew.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as the flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Oh, I really sang that one, didn't I? Is there anything else you'd like to hear me listen to?
Oh, are you still here? I thought you were leaving.
I changed my mind, honey. Hey, gee, Alice, I'm sorry I lost my temper. Let's kiss and make up.
I don't want to.
Ah, come here, you beautiful dove, you. How could two pretty things like us stay mad at each other? Hey, pucker up, baby, and I'll slip you that Harris special.
Hey, why don't somebody answer the door for crying out loud? Hey, Lovebird. Hey, break it up.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in, Frankie.
What brought on this revolting exhibition?
Phil knocked a hole in the wall, and he's trying to make up to me, but it isn't working.
Oh.
Now, look, Phil, I have to go over to Mother's for a few minutes, and while I'm gone, I want you to clean up that mess you made around the fireplace.
Yes, dear.
And while you're at it, clean out the inside of the fireplace, too.
Yes, dear.
Don't forget, I just had the rug shampooed, so don't get any dirt on it.
No, dear.
That's telling her, dear.
Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to get down on my hands and knees and clean this mess up.
You know, Curly, I hate to see you in this condition.
What condition?
Abject, beaten, pathetic, sniveling. In short, a married man. I told you shouldn't have gotten married.
There's nothing wrong with being married once you get over the first shock. You know, Remley, you ought to get married.
I wouldn't like it.
Don't knock it until you tried it. Once you get used to marriage, you can't do it without it.
That's the trouble. It's habit forming.
I know, but it's better than biting your nails. Well, look, I got to get inside the fireplace and clear out this... Uh-oh.
What's the matter now?
Hey, Remley, I just looked up this chimney. Man, it's thick with soot.
Yeah?
Should be cleaned out. You know, somebody... Hey, if I were to do it, Alice wouldn't be mad at me. I'll do it. And, Remley, I'm going to allow you to help me.
Oh, thank you, Maestro, for this golden opportunity. Just think, a chance to clean out a dirty chimney.
Francis, you sound like you don't want to help me.
Your hearing is excellent.
Look, Remley, will you stop? It'll be a cinch. Now, come on. I'll get a long-handled broom. We'll go up on the roof and start cleaning out the chimney. Come on. Ooh. Hey, Frankie. This is tough work.
Oh, you said it. Must be an easier way than cleaning the stuff out with a broom. Hey, I got an idea, Curly. If you dropped a heavy object down the chimney, it would scrape the soot off the sides as it went down.
Yeah, but where can I find a heavy object that would fit into the...
Stop measuring me. I wouldn't fit.
Yeah. You know, I guess we need a skinny object to drop down there.
What are you doing up on the roof?
Remley, I hear a skinny object calling. Do you think he'd fit?
Let's try him for size.
Okay. Hey, Willie, would you mind coming up here for a fitting?
Hey, he might be a little too skinny. He may not hit all four sides as he goes down.
So what? We can always drop him a few times.
True.
Hey, this is going to be fun, Remley. I get it.
No.
What?
No. Remley, we can't make a swab out of Willie.
What did you fellows call me for?
Oh, look, William, we're trying to clean this chimney for Alice, and we don't know how to go about it.
Well, let me look down and see. Oh, Philip, it's easy. There's a ledge halfway down. All you have to do is get down there, stand on the ledge, and clean it.
Well, but it's impossible to get down to that ledge, Willie.
Oh, it is not. I'll show you. Now, if you and Francis will take hold of my arms and lower me, I'll just prove it can be done.
Curly, he's asking for it.
In that case, who are we to turn him down?
Come on, lower me.
Okay. Hey, Remley.
Yeah?
Now, you grab his right arm. I'll take his left.
Right.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, just lower him gently.
All right.
That's it. Just easy.
Now, you see, there's really nothing to it. Now, I can't quite reach the ledge. You'll have to let me down just a little lower.
He wants to go lower.
Lower, huh?
Lower. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's lower him.
Right.
1, 2, 3, let go.
Help!
Is that low enough, Willie?
You dropped me.
Hey, Curly, he scraped off one side pretty good.
Yeah. About 3 more drops ought to do the job, huh?
Fellows, get me out of here. My coat is caught on something.
Now, how do you like that? He only went halfway down. Of all the clumsy guys.
Yeah. I can't stand people who don't finish what they start.
Well, it didn't work, Remley, but it taught me a lesson.
Yeah?
You can't clean the chimney with your brother-in-law.
I'm tired of cleaning chimneys anyway. Let's go to the ball game.
Yeah, they got a doubleheader today.
Wait. How about Willie?
He don't like baseball.
Philip, if you don't get me out of here immediately, I'll tell Alice.
All right. I'll get you out. Come on, Remley. Let's go down and see if we can't pull him out from the fireplace.
All right. You know, Curly, I feel sorry for poor Willie. Wish I had my guitar. I'd play him a little tune to keep his morale up.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Hey, maybe I could sing to him.
Yeah,
oh, dear.
He's carrying on, ain't he? Yeah. Why don't you sing that song you do so well at square dances?
Which one?
You know, the one that goes... Now Silas Lee from Tennessee got a call from an agency to furnish music for a swell affair. He played a while and came a lull, and Silas found the party dull. He then got up and loudly did declare, look here, you folks ain't having fun. I'd like to show you how it's done way back in them there hills of Tennessee. We'll do a square dance, one and all. You folks get set to hit the ball, and I'll give out with mountain melody. Go and call the neighbors in to have some fun. It ain't no sin. The music's ready to begin, so listen to the fiddler play. Take that carpet off the floor. Leave your shoes outside the door. Come on through your dancing show, everybody dance. The guests were taken by surprise as Silas opened up their eyes with music they had never heard before. He said, this dance is new to you. I'll call the set, you follow through. So choose your partners, get out on the floor. Hey, you down there with the fancy socks, grab that gal with all them rocks. Hit the floor and rattle your hops. Listen to the fiddler play. Round and let her go. Stanky left and do-si-do. Circle back and hold that row. Everybody dance. Then Mrs. Stuyvesant McGee latched on to Senator McCree and started pitching, winging round and round. The Count and Countess D. Laval were promenading across the hall, and society was hoeing down. Circle left, circle right, keep your hardware out of sight. Ain't no time to start a fight, everybody dance. Then Silas really set a pace, and now in every swanky place, no more the modern dances will you see. For since they got so many thrills, the dance that came down from the hills is now the craze of high society. Yes, from Hollywood to Boston, Mass, throughout the land, the upper class are choosing partners for a jamboree. And now at every swell affair, who's calling sets and fiddling there? No one but Silas Lee from Tennessee.
What a sneaky way to get a song in.
If Alice can do it to me, I can do it to you.
Fellows, get me out of
Oh,
here.
yeah. I almost forgot about him. Hey, Remley, we better get him out. Yeah. Look, let's get in the fireplace here and see if we can reach him this way.
He's a little too high up.
I'd give you a boost, but you wouldn't fit in there.
No.
You know what we need is somebody smaller, somebody that we can shove up there and...
Hey, Mr. Harrison, bring the groceries.
Oh, this is too good to be true. Everybody's coming in right on schedule.
Hey, Julius, we need you.
Where are you? I can hear you, but I can't see you.
We're here in the fireplace.
Well, that's a natural place for a couple of clinkers. This ain't the first time you guys made ashes of yourselves. What are you doing in the fireplace?
We're trying to reach Willie.
Where's he?
In the chimney.
Oh, I gotta get another delivery route. This one could unhinge my little mind. This may seem like a stupid question, but how did he get in the chimney?
Frankie and me dropped them in there.
Fellas, I'm hurt.
Wait, why?
This is the type of torture you usually reserve for men.
we're sorry, Julius, but we couldn't wait for you. See, Willie was handy,
Never
so...
mind the excuses. I know when the honeymoon is over. You throw me aside for somebody you hate more.
Oh, stop nagging. Come in here and help us. We want to give you a boost up the chimney so you can reach Willie and pull him down.
Oh, all you want to do is shove me up the chimney so I can grab Mr. Faye's legs and pull him down on top of me?
That's all. Will you do it?
What do you think? I'm slashing the head or something?
Please help me. If you do, I'll tell Miss Faye and she'll reward you.
Well, all right, I'll do it for Miss Faye's sake. Go ahead, give me a boost, Mr. Harris.
Okay. Come on now, Frankie. Help me.
All right.
Easy with him now.
All right, push him up.
That's it. Can you reach him, Julius?
Yeah, I got his feet. Oh, somebody in here.
Never mind, Dad. Pull on his legs.
Okay. Uh-oh. Fellas, this guy is awful loose-jointed. One of his feet just came off. Oh, it's a shoe.
Julius, I'm almost loose. Pull just a little harder.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Julius. You finally got me out.
Oh, brother, what a mess we are.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. We're all covered with soot. All right, funny man. What are you laughing at?
You guys look like 3 pieces of burnt toast.
Get out. Beat it out of here, grocery boy.
Oh, I'm just soot all over. I'm going upstairs to wash. Oh, Philip, you will rue this day. Wait till I tell Alice.
Go ahead, tell her. Go on, tell her already. Tell Alice, I'll tell her. You can't scare me. Come on, Frankie. Let's clean up around the fireplace before Alice sees it. Got him out anyway.
Hey, Curly,
Yeah.
didn't you have a beige rug in this room?
Yeah, beige.
While we were in the fireplace, Alice must have changed it. Got a nice black one now.
Oh, black. Oh, look at that soot all over a nice, clean rug. If Alice ever sees this, she'll... Uh-oh. Hey, Alice is back. Come on, Remley, fast.
Yeah.
We got to keep Alice out of the living room.
Well, how are we going to explain this soot on
I'll
us?
think of something. Shut that door.
Bill, where are you? Help, Bill! Quick, there are 2 strange coal miners in the house.
Alice, it's only me and Frankie.
Well, what are you doing now? What are you made up for?
Well, we were.
You look like 2 end men in a minstrel show.
That's it. That's it, honey. We're rehearsing an act we're going to do for a minstrel show. Mr. Bones.
Well, what is it, Mr. Interlocutor?
Now, you know all about wine making. How do you make an Italian wine?
You kick him in the shin.
Say, Mr. Bones, what did the mayonnaise say to the man who opened the ice bar?
I don't know. What did the mayonnaise say to the man who opened the ice bar?
Close that door, I'm dressing. No, it isn't, honey. We got 2 more pages to do.
I don't care how much more you have to go. I'm going in the living room.
But, honey, don't you want to hear us?
I wouldn't want to hear you 2 if you were the ink spots.
If I didn't care.
What would happen to you if you didn't care?
Never mind,
Would
Sal,
I feel this way?
Well, I don't know. What way is you feeling, boy?
If I didn't
You said that before. You was in a rut.
more than words can say.
Hush up, girl. He done got more words to do here.
Bill. That isn't makeup you've got on. It's soot. Where did you get that soot on you?
The soot. This is the soot I bought for Easter Sunday.
Oh, have we gone back to that minstrel routine?
No, I just had to live a little bit to keep away from seeing that Newberry's rug. We had a
Rug.
My rug. What did you...
Alice, don't
Get
go
out
in
of
there.
my way.
Alice,
I
don't
wanna
go in
see
there. Don't. Hey, we better beat it, Frankie.
Where we go?
Well, Mr. Bones, has the French Foreign Legion ever had a minstrel act?
No, they hasn't.
Well, saddle your camel, boy. There's going to see one now.
Alice, Phil, and Frankie will be back in just a moment. But right now, our Rexall family druggist is waiting on a customer.
All right, here we are. Anything else now?
Better put in a tube of that salve my husband uses. He squeezed the one he has now with everything short of a steamroller.
Well, he can't possibly be as rough on it as Rexall scientists are.
Why? How's that?
Well, a tube that contains a drug product has to be made of extra strong yet flexible material. It's got to be able to take bending and rolling and squeezing without cracking open. But even the right material from that standpoint will sometimes cause a chemical change in the product. When that happens, Rexall's men of science must find a suitable liner.
A what?
A liner, a thin coating inside the tube that keeps the product from touching it. Then, to make sure that all three will stand up under all unusual and usual conditions, the tube, liner, and product are exposed to heat. Clear up to the melting point of the product in some cases, and often as long as 3 months at a time.
Well, I never.
Yes, it's a pretty good feeling when you stop to think that even the containers of Rexall's 2,000 or more drug products get the same kind of careful testing as the products themselves. No wonder some 10,000 independent druggists have put the orange and blue Rexall sign on their windows, and no wonder we tell you you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall.
Well, how are you fellas doing with the rug?
We'll be finished soon, honey.
Oh, I hope so. It's hard work, Curly.
I know, but we dirtied the rug, and Alice said we got to shampoo it.
It's starting to look good. This stuff makes a nice, thick lather.
Yeah. That Fitch Dandruff Remover shampoo is great. Hey, just look at them nice, creamy suds. Oh, boy, you think Alice will like it?
She ought to. She got the only rug in town with a head on it.
This is Bill Foreman saying good health to all from Rexall.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Take it or leave it. Time to sharpen your wits with Eversharp. Yes, take it or leave it. Presented by the makers of Eversharp Skyline pens, repeater pencils, desk sets, and Eversharp Red Top lead. Take it or leave it. The most exciting game you ever played. The game that doubles in interest with every question asked. And so, I give you the man with the $64 questions, Eversharp's distinguished master of ceremonies. Here he is, Bill Baker.
Thank you, Ken Niles, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to Take It or Leave It, which goes all the way from California, where everything is sunshine, to New York, where everything is dewy. Now, there was quite a turnout in the election. I walked up to one fella and said, "This is a long line of people for a Hollywood voting booth." He said, "Hollywood voting booth, nothing. This line is from a place in Santa Monica that's got coffee." Yes, indeed, times certainly changed. The expression used to be, "What's cooking?" Now it's "What's freezing?" But Let's get on with Take It or Leave It before they put a ceiling on contestants. I just want to remind our guests this evening that should they win any prizes, they may take cash or war-saving stamps. And here is our first contestant, who is Chief Philip Jacobs of the United States Coast Guard. Good evening, Chief Jacobs. You can put your hat down. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Take It or Leave It. How are you feeling tonight, sir?
Very fine, thank you.
Is this the first time you've ever been on our program?
It is, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Are you having fun? I mean, do you like appearing on the stage, or is this something old for you? Have you appeared on the stage
Brand
before?
new, first time.
First time?
Yes, sir.
You're not nervous, are you?
Just shaking a little bit.
Shaking a little. Are you having a good time in Hollywood?
Having a fine time, sir.
You seen any movie stars?
Saw plenty of them.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Who was your favorite?
Of the girls?
Of the girls. Yeah.
Dorothy Lamour.
Without a sarong, a man ain't got a friend, I say. Well, I may turn out to be an actor myself. Sam Goldwyn and I were up all last night working on several deals. He snarted me 3 times. What do we talk? Huh?
Must have been claviage.
No, it was gin rummy. You've heard of gin rummy. Well, what do we talk about tonight, Chief Jacobs? What have you chosen off that board?
Football team.
Football.
Number 6.
Very good. Okay, here we go with football. You're to tell me what college football team is known by each of the following nicknames for $1. Bruins or UClans.
UCLA.
That's correct. You get a buck. I got to stop making these dollar questions so tough. Think you'd like to try another team?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for $2. What college football squad is known as the Ramblers or Fighting Irish?
Notre Dame.
That is correct. Yes, sirree. You get $2. Football was a dangerous game when I used to play it. I had to wear a helmet, head guard, nose guard, rib pads, and all that stuff. I never knew when I might faint and fall off the bench. Why, you have $2. Would you like to try for 4?
Yes, sir.
What team is known as Tar Heels?
North Carolina.
Nothing could be finer. Yes, sirree. All right, you have $4. Are you bucking the line for the $8 question or sticking with the Tar Heels and $4? You can take it or leave it.
I'll try again.
Try for 8?
That's right.
You know your football, don't you?
Just a little bit, not so much.
Just a little. Okay, for $8. What team is known as Gophers?
Gophers.
No help, please. Take your time.
Wait a minute.
I don't think you know this one.
Minnesota.
All right, you have $8. You're on the 8-yard line. Will you try a quick run to the $16 mark?
Yes,
Stop
sir.
at 8.
No,
Try
I'll
for 16. Here we go. What team is known as the Wolverines?
Wolverines is Wisconsin.
Oh. Take your time now. Wait a minute. Think. Wolverines.
Wait a minute. Wolverine. Michigan.
Michigan, yes, sirree. Right with Evershaw. Let's take it easy, my friend. Now you have $16. What do we do? Would you like to take it or try for 32?
One more time.
One more
Just
time? What do you think he ought to do, folks? All right, here we go for $32. What team is known as Badgers?
Badgers, Wisconsin.
Yes, sirree. All right, you have $32. Would you like to take your 32? What do you mean by
ooh? That's a lot of money. I'll go for it.
You'll go to 64.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
All right, you're on the 10-yard line with 10 seconds to play. You want to try the $64 question. What team is called Panthers?
Panthers?
No help, please.
Panthers. Whoa. Whoa.
Panthers.
Gee, you got me.
Huh?
I'm afraid you got me. Panthers.
Panthers, yes. What? No. Don't ever do that. Come on, the Panthers. No help, please. Did you hear that? The lady said Pittsburgh. I heard it.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
My word of
well,
honor.
I'm going to give you an alternate. Would you like an alternate?
Please,
$64?
Yes, sir. I'll eat coffee and
All
everything
right.
else in a minute.
Here we go. What team is known as the Blue Devils?
Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Blue Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Blue Devils. The Blue Devils.
Yeah. The Blue Devils. The Blue Devils. Well, I can't paint pictures for you. I'm sorry.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah. Do you know?
The Coast Guard?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know this one?
The Blue Devils.
Yeah. We have to get on. I'm sorry.
Can't get the Blue Devils.
don't
Wait a
know?
minute. No, wait, just 1 minute.
All right. I'll wait. Got a cigarette? Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I got a cigar.
The Blue Devils. Okay. No help from the audience. I'm sorry, sir.
No,
Do you know
I
this one?
didn't listen. I didn't hear him. The Blue
Do
Devils.
you
The
know?
Marines.
The Marines? No, I'm sorry. The Blue Devils is Duke University. Better luck next time. Stand by for the jackpot. All right, here we are with our next contestant, who is Miss Eleanor Owen of Los Angeles. Good evening, Miss Owen.
Good evening.
You're a secretary?
Yes, I am.
Are you employed at the moment?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry, because I don't like this one, and, oh, I love her. Tell me, what did you receive as a gift, please?
An Eversharp pen.
An Eversharp pen. You'll like it even more when you write with it. Eversharp Skyline pens are streamlined for perfect balance and finger-fitting comfort. Now, what do we talk about, Mr. Owen?
The orchestra and accordion.
Oh, thank you. That gives me a chance to play. Well, aren't you nice? Cookie Fairchild, the orchestra, and your humble servant are going to play a group of tunes, and each one is about a person. You tell us who that person is. Okay, Cookie?
Jerry Youngster. The man on the flying trapeze.
Flying trapeze. Yes, sir. That's who it is. Well, you've got $1. Would you like to try for two? This one is on
Yes,
me.
I'll try for two.
You will?
Mm-hmm. Dinah.
I didn't hear it. That's all I know. Okay, you've got $2. Now, would you like to try for 4?
Yes.
Okay, let's take it, Cookie.
My darling Clementine.
Clementine, yes, sirree. What a gal, Clementine. You may have noticed that all the boys in Cookie Fairchild's band carry little suitcases. The union sends them here to convalesce after a hard week's work. Well, that makes $4. How about trying for 8?
I'll try.
This one is on me again. Let me play a couple of bars.
Sweet Melanie.
Okay, the musical score is $8 now. Is it Home Sweet Home, or would you like to try it for 16?
I'll try for 16.
All right, Cookie, that's you. Listen, 5 by 5, yeah, man. Now, you have 3 by 5 and 1. That's 16. Would you like to try for 32?
Yes.
All right. This is an oldie, now think.
I can't think of the name.
You don't know this one?
Can't think of the name.
You can't think of it. It's rather old. I'm sorry. The name is Mandy. It's an old song. Better luck next time. Well, I don't know. I have something to say here. Ken Niles, you look as snug as if you'd answered the $64 question. Thank you.
And indeed I have, Phil. The $64 Christmas question. You've seen handsome desk sets before, but nothing to compare to the sparkling beauty of the new Eversharp. Cast your eyes on this one. The base made of rare Argentine onyx, perfectly veined, clear down into its crystal heart. And blue-green, which means this is a choice selection. Add to that a streamlined Eversharp Skyline pen in Dubonnet red or jet black, and you have a truly magnificent gift. Yet, now listen carefully. This desk set is priced at only $7.50. Others, in a wide selection of styles, on bases of wood, leather, ebony glass, and onyx, are priced at $10, $15, $20, and up. Magic Feed prevents flooding, drying, or clogging, so your Eversharp writes instantly and keeps on writing clear down to the last drop of ink. And service on the pens is guaranteed. Not for years, not for life, but guaranteed forever. Tomorrow, compare. Comparison proves. Give Eversharp, and you give the finest. Following through with Take It or Leave It for Eversharp. And here's our next contestant coming up to the microphone, who is Mr. Jack Bennett. Bennett?
No, Benny. Jack Benny.
Jack Benny. Oh. Jack Benny.
B-E-N-N-Y.
B-E-N-N-Y. Thank you, sir. And where are you from, Mr. Benny?
I'm Waukegan.
That's right near Chicago, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right between Chicago and Milwaukee.
It is. Nice town, is it?
Pardon me?
Nice town?
Well, we're mighty proud of it.
Tell me, Mr. Benny, what business are you in, sir? Please.
What business?
Yes.
Well, I'm a musician, a violinist.
Have you an orchestra, Mr. Benny?
An orchestra?
Yes.
Well, not anymore. I used to be in Waukegan. I used to be with Ken Rappaport's Riveting Rhythm Boys.
Well, what category do you think you'd like to talk to me about, Mr. Benny?
Well, how about that news making?
That says no smoking.
I
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Benny?
I have my glasses with me.
Would you mind standing just a little closer to the microphone, please? And you're a bit nervous, aren't you?
Well, I'm not quite used to this.
Would you like some coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, have some coffee.
Thank you. I will.
Don't spill it, Mr. Benny. You feel a little better now?
Yes, thank you.
Feel better. Well, that's fine. Just relax, won't you, please, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Now, look, Mr. Benny, as long as you're a musician, maybe you'd like to talk about music.
Yeah, that would be fine.
All right, here we go with musical. You've got musical. With musical history. Now, for the first question, for $1, tell me, who wrote Mendelssohn's Spring Song?
Well,
Mendelssohn's Spring Song.
A Mendelssohn?
That's correct. You get $1.
Thank you.
That gives you $1. Now, will you try for $2?
No, thank you. I'll take the $1.
Mr. Benny, everybody tries for at least the $2 question.
Well, it's all the same to you. I just can take the dollar and go.
Oh, come now, Mr. Benny. This next question will be very easy. Take a chance.
Well, I'd rather not, but then if it's easy...
What do you say, Mr. Benny? Come on.
Well, if it's easy,
yes,
it's an easy one.
All right. For $2, tell me, who was it who fiddled while Rome burned?
Zero.
That was Nero.
Nero. I knew it was Nero. I had Nero on my mind. I knew it was Nero.
Not Nero.
Yeah, it was King Nero.
It was Emperor Nero.
Oh, Emperor. Give me the $2. It was Emperor Nero.
Don't you want to try for the $4 question?
No, thank you. Just the $2.
Well, But, Mr. Benny, all of these questions are easy. Take a chance on the $4 question, will you?
Well, if they're easy, I will. Okay.
All right, then. What do you say? For $4?
Yeah.
Here we go. For $4, tell me. See if you can tell me the name of 2 out of 3 very famous violin makers.
Well, there was Stradivarius.
That's good.
And then there's that famous Italian violin maker, Amati.
Very good. You get $4. By the way, Mr. Benny, tell me, what did you receive as a gift tonight?
A pencil.
Can you tell me what kind of a pencil?
A lead pencil.
That is a genuine Eversharp repeater pencil.
The man in front of me got a pen.
That's the Eversharp Skyline pen.
Yeah. The man in back of me got a pen, too. I got a pencil.
I heard you. I know. Well, would you like to try for the $8?
Pardon?
Would you like to try the $8 question?
The $8 question?
Yeah.
Well,
very easy. You wanted to try?
Well, all right. I'll try it.
For $8, tell me, what Russian composer just completed one of the greatest and longest compositions called the Seventh Symphony?
Shostakovich, is it? Or
Shostakovich. Yes, sorry. You get $8. You're doing wonderfully. Tell me, Mr. Benny, have you ever been to this program before?
34 times, and I always got a pencil.
Well, you know our pencils are guaranteed not for years, not for life, but forever.
Well, how do I know where you'll be 50 years from now?
Well, now, look, would you like to try the $16 question? They're quite easy.
All right.
Well, for $16, tell me what famous musician was once premier of Poland?
Paderewski.
Right with Eversharp. Well, Mr. Benny, you certainly know a lot about music, don't you?
Pardon?
I say you know a lot about music.
Well, I lived with Ben Burney for 5 years.
That accounts for it. Now, how would you like to try the $32 question?
No. I think just I brought some people with me. I'd have to ask them.
Your family?
No, my lawyer.
Your lawyer.
3 of them here.
Well, what do you think you ought to do? Try for $32?
Well, if it's easy.
All right, here it is. For $32, what famous orchestra conductor appeared in the picture 100 Men and a Girl?
Stokowski.
You have $32. Yes, sir. Now then, you see how easy these questions are, Mr. Benny. Wouldn't you like to try for $64?
No, thank you. No, just the $32.
That's well, look, 64 is, come on, try for $32. Won't you please?
No.
For 64 out of it?
Well, I don't... Are they easy, the $64?
Well, this one is rather easy.
It is?
Yes.
It is? Well, then All right, I'll take a chance.
For $64.
I'll take a chance for 64. Remember, I wanted to quit, of course, at 32. But
you do want to try for 64.
I'll try it.
All right. Here's the $64 question. Over a period of 75 years, at least 100 great musical composers have attempted to write an ending for Schubert's immortal composition, his Unfinished Symphony. Can you name at least 37 of these composers?
wait a minute, Baker. I want my $32.
But, Mr. Benny, I can't give you $32. You tried for the $54
I don't care. You
question.
coaxed me into it. I beg to stop after $32.
Now, just a minute.
I'll see my lawyers.
I can't help it, Mr. Benny. You've got to answer the $64 question. Can you name those 37 composers?
I can't even name the Blue Devils. Now, look, I don't want to have anything to do with this thing.
Now, look, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but you can't have
$32.
Stop screaming, Mr. Benny. You've got 34 pence.
Yes, and I'll take those 34 pence. I'll write 34 letters to your sponsor.
All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. Get off, will you, please? If this wasn't a meatless day, I'd bite him. If Corporal Leroy Weltman, one of the contestants on last week's program, is listening in, will he please get in touch with me as soon as possible? I have a check for $64 for it. His answer to a question about the official Army magazine was technically wrong, but there is a newspaper called Army Times. And because he was so close to the mark, Eversharp wants him to have the $64. So, if anyone listening in knows Corporal Weltman and his... Where is he? Is he in the audience? This contestant is Private John Bercia of the United States Army. How do you do, Private Bercia?
Oh, pretty good, man.
You all right?
Yeah, so far.
You're all right so far. Are you on furlough?
No.
You're not on furlough. You've been to the canteen?
Okay.
The Hollywood canteen?
Once before, man.
It's quite a place, isn't it? Well, you must go there a lot. You're perfectly welcome. The place is open for you fellas. What have you chosen off that board to talk to me?
Number
15 is a man named Lawrence. Okay, here we go. These men all have one thing in common. Their first name is Lawrence. You see if you can identify each one from the following descriptions for $1. This Lawrence is one of the 5 sons of John D. Rockefeller.
Lawrence Rockefeller.
That's right. You get a buck. Right on the first bound. Would you like to try for 2?
Mm-hmm.
Then see if you can identify this Lawrence. He played Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights. He's married to Vivian Lee.
Lawrence Oliver.
Olivier. Yes, sirree. Okay. There's a guy. The greatest gift to women since the two-way stretch. You have a steak of $2. Do you want all that meat and 4 potatoes?
Give me the meat.
Okay, here we go for $4. This Lawrence is nicknamed Larry. He's a harmonica virtuoso.
Larry Adler.
Yes, sirree. You get $4. All right. You just have a few moments now. You have $4. Would you like to try for 8?
Yep.
Here we go. This Lawrence is a Metropolitan Opera baritone. You've undoubtedly heard him sing Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. Tibet. Yes, sirree. You get $8. Now you have $8. Would you like to try for 16? What do you think? You can take your 8.
I'm coming.
For 16 bucks, here we go. This Lawrence, nicknamed Buster, is a famous swimmer and Tarzan
Buster
player. Crab, that's the boy. All right, that gives you $16. Would you like to try for 32 or take your 16?
Can I get you an outfit, honey?
He wants to know if he can get his honey an outfit.
My wife.
Oh, your wife? Well, wonderful. I'm rooting for you.
All right, let's go.
Look, you really want to take this next one? It's a tough one.
Forget about it.
Give the boy $16. Now, wait a minute. Now, just let's, for fun, see if you knew the $32 question. This Lawrence was co-author with Maxwell Anderson of What Price Glory? No help. You don't know. No. Well, you get $16 and stand by for the jackpot. All right. Our jackpot amounts to $98. Now a word from Ken Niles, then we'll be back with the jackpot question.
Big men who take big things in their stride are naturally attracted to the rugged, sturdy Eversharp Executive Pen. It is built to husky yet streamlined proportions, with giant satin smooth point that stands the gas, and massive barrel that holds far more ink, perfect for the man who works longer, harder hours. This pen writes more words more smoothly, requires less refilling, and Magic Seed prevents flooding high in a plane, so on ground level too. Deep pocket clip meets military regulations. Designed to sell at $10,
Mass production economies permit this pen to be priced at only $8.75. You get the complete set with giant Eversharp repeater pencil to match, with service on both pen and pencil guaranteed, not for years, not for life, but guaranteed forever. Compare. Give Eversharp, and you give the finest.
Thanks, Ken Niles, and now we're ready for the jackpot question. Our jackpot amounts to $98. If more than one person answers correctly, the money will be equally divided among the winners. But if nobody answers correctly, the money will be given to the Army and Navy Relief Society. All right, here's the jackpot question. What lieutenant general led the British 8th Army to victory in Libya? You have 30 seconds to write your answer. Okay, Cookie Fairchild? Here are the jackpot answers. No answer on this one. Incorrect. This one is wrong. Montgomery is correct. Montgomery is correct. Montgomery is right. Montgomery is correct. Montgomery is correct. Montgomery is correct. Congratulations to Lieutenant General Montgomery, and congratulations to our jackpot winners. And now a word from Ken Niles.
Service on all Eversharp pens from $5 up and on all Eversharp repeater pencils, regardless of price, is guaranteed forever. Now, this means if your Eversharp should fail to give you satisfactory service at any time, we will put it in good order for a flat charge of 35 cents to cover postage, insurance, and handling, provided all parts, regardless of their condition, are returned. Remember, this service is guaranteed. Not for years, not for life. Guaranteed forever.
Ken Niles. Before we sign off, I'd like to inform my listeners that after the program, the time consumed by Jack Benny will be given to another contestant. We hope all of you listening have enjoyed Take It or Leave It as much as Eversharp has enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll meet you all again next week at this same time, so let's make it a date. Meanwhile, don't forget to sharpen your wits with an Eversharp. This is Phil Baker saying good night for Eversharp. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Doctors prove the Palmolive plan brings 2 out of 3 women lovelier complexions in 14 days. For the Palmolive plan was tested on women with all types of skin. Dry, oily, even skin that was not clear. Yes, regardless of age, type of skin, or previous beauty care, 36 doctors proved the 14-day Palmolive plan brings fresher, brighter, younger-looking complexions. So get Palmolive soap and start your 14-day Palmolive plan now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Day.
Oh, that makes life seem worthwhile, dwells in your eyes, and the smell of your smile.
Dennis Day is brought to you by Colgate Dental Cream and Luster Cream Shampoo. Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth. Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous dream girl hair. The Dennis Day Show with Barbara Eiler, Dink Trout, Charles Dant in the orchestra, and yours truly, Vern Smith, is written by Frank Galen and stars our popular young singer in A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. Here's Dennis to sing Baby Face.
Baby face, you've got the cutest little baby face. There's not another one could take your place. Baby face, my poor heart is jumping. You sure have started something, baby face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your fond embrace. I didn't need a show, 'cause I just fell in love with with your pretty baby face. I didn't need a shout, 'cause I just fell in love with your pretty baby face.
Colgate Dental Cream cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth.
No other toothpaste does a better job of cleaning teeth than Colgate Dental Cream. For Colgate Dental Cream has a safe polishing agent that cleans your teeth both gently and thoroughly, brings out their natural sparkle and beauty. You can actually see and feel the difference.
And scientific tests prove that Colgate Dental Cream cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. Yes, actual scientific tests prove conclusively that in 7 out of 10 cases, Colgate instantly stops unpleasing breath that originates in the mouth.
Colgate Dental Cream is famous for its wonderful wake-up flavor, too. Nationwide tests of leading toothpastes prove that Colgate's is preferred for flavor over every other brand tested. Yes, preferred over every other brand tested.
And no wonder, for Colgate Dental Cream is the result of constant effort to produce the finest toothpaste in the world today. For cleaning teeth, for flavor, for sweetening breath.
So see if you don't agree with the millions who have made Colgate Dental Cream America's favorite toothpaste. Try Colgate Dental Cream to bring out the natural sparkle and beauty of your teeth. For a wake-up flavor you'll thoroughly enjoy.
And always use Colgate Dental Cream after you eat and before every date to clean your breath while you clean your teeth. Well, culture has come once again to the town of Weaverville, this time in the form of a touring theatrical stock company now playing at the local theater. And making a personal appearance in the leading role is none other than Evelyn Lovelace, star of stage, screen, and radio, but not lately. The play in which she's appearing is a little number called The Warning, and judging from the conversation she's now having with her manager, the people of Weaverville have taken it.
30 people, that's all there were in the entire audience last night.
I know.
Well, you should have done something to stimulate business. Why didn't you have my latest picture showing at the movie house while the play was in town?
Your picture wouldn't have drawn either, Evelyn. People today want talkies.
Well, it's just jinx town, that's what it is. I'll be glad when we open in Middletown tomorrow.
We may not be opening anywhere tomorrow.
What?
Our stagehand quit. You promised to make him your leading man, and then all he did was move furniture and sets around. That's why they all quit.
Well, so what? We'll get another stagehand.
Yeah? Without a nickel to pay him?
There's a yokel in every town dumb enough to fall for the line I hand them about becoming a matinee idol. Have I ever failed yet?
No, we've always had a stagehand.
And we always will. Just wait till I turn my sex appeal on the next sucker. You know what will happen.
Yeah. You didn't understudy Theta Berra for nothing.
So off went Evelyn Lovelace in search of a sucker. Was it fate that led her past the Bon Ton shoe store where our young hero works? Anyway, chalk up this much for feminine intuition. Just one glance through the window, and she knew her search was over.
Good morning, madam. Could I interest you in a pair of shoes? We have...
Stop.
I said something dirty?
No, say that again.
You mean, could I interest you in a pair of shoes?
Yes, that voice, that quality, that resonance, that vibrancy. Where did you ever get a voice like that?
Gee, I don't know. It just kind of came with my body.
Compelling, magnetic. Tell me, have you ever sung?
Yeah, a little.
Sing for me now. Now?
Okay.
Oh! Magnificent, superb. I've never heard anything so divine.
Oh, it just happens to be a catchy tune.
Don't you understand? Destiny has brought us together. Oh, if you only knew how long I've been looking for someone like you.
Yeah?
Yes. And then just now, when I heard you say, Madam, could I interest you in a pair of shoes? I knew my search had ended.
Your feet have really been killing you, huh?
No, I'm not talking about my feet. I'm talking about the stage.
Huh?
Don't you know who I am? I'm Evelyn Lovelace.
Oh, sure. I didn't recognize you without your makeup. You're the star of that play I saw the other night, huh?
Yes. Now do you understand what I want? The theater is calling you.
Oh, my gosh, if it's about that piece of gum I stuck under my seat.
No, it isn't that. I want you to be my new leading man.
Your leading man? Me?
Of course. Can't you see why? That warm, glowing personality of yours, your divine talent, magnificent artistry, your dazzling good looks, your thrilling physique. That's why.
Yeah, you've got your reasons, all right.
Please, don't hesitate. The theater needs new blood, and I can make you the greatest star who ever lived.
Gee, I don't know. I've got a girl, and she may not approve of me going on the stage.
A girl? What's one girl? You'll have thousands of girls at your feet, all begging to become your slave.
But I'm not that kind of a fellow. The only slave I want is my wife.
Oh, you can't let this girl stand in your way. We'll tour the country together, live in a trunk. We'll do the greatest plays ever written. Henrik Ibsen, Bernard Shaw, Anton Chekhov, Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare?
That's the one, yes. Say you will, please.
Well,
Oh, thanks. In the name of American theater goers everywhere, I thank you.
Oh, that's all right.
You will be the greatest actor the world has ever known. I can hear you now reciting your lines from the immortal bard. Tomorrow and tomorrow, you say, creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools away to dusty death.
Gee, I hope I don't have to explain what I say afterwards. Come in. Oh, hi, Mildred.
Hi, Dennis. Why, you're packing a suitcase.
Yeah, I gotta go out of town.
Oh? Well, when will you be back?
In about 5 years.
5 years? What are you talking about?
I'm giving myself to the American theater goer.
What?
Grease paint, girl. It's in my blood. The stage has beckoned, and I've decided to yield to the lure of the headlights.
You mean footlights?
When I'm on the stage, they'll be shining at me from all directions.
Dennis, will you please make sense? What's this nonsense about the stage?
Nonsense? Huh. Listen to this. Madam, could I interest you in a pair of shoes? Does something to you, huh?
Yes, it makes me think you've gone crazy.
Oh, don't fight it, Mildred. You see, I met Evelyn Lovelace today, and she asked me to be her new leading man.
Evelyn Lovelace?
Yeah.
But how could she? You've had no experience.
Well, nevertheless, we both feel that a person with my new blood ought to live in a trunk.
What?
We're touring the country together for the next 5 years, Millie. We both feel that I have something to offer the public.
But, Dennis, what about me?
Oh, I'll offer it to you later.
You mean an acting career is more important to you than I am?
Well, all I'm asking you to do is wait, and 5 years isn't very long.
Dennis, say if you go away for 5 years, I'll be married and have a big family when you come back.
Well, I suppose I can't stop you from killing time while you're waiting.
Oh, I think you're just vile. And as far as I'm concerned, I never want to see you again. Never.
But, Mildred...
You heard me. Have your darn career. Be the biggest star in the world. I'll never have anything to do with you as long as I live.
How do you like that? Boy, women sure are hard to understand. Oh, well, from now on, I don't have to understand them. They'll have to understand me. Gee, I wonder if that's going to be any easier. Oh, hello, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, my boy. Did I just see Mildred running down the hall crying her little heart out?
I'm afraid you did, sir. She and I have just...
Oh, my goodness. What happened?
Oh, I was telling her something, and when I got through, she said she'd never say another word to me again as long as I lived.
Well, what were you telling her? Maybe I can tell it to my wife.
You're joking, Mr. Anderson, but this is serious.
Well, of course, Dennis, and I apologize. Now, you tell me what it's all about.
Well, she broke off our engagement because I'm going to make $1 million.
I see. And just how do you plan to do that?
Well, I've decided to go on the stage and become the greatest matinee idol in the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does beat opening a hot dog stand.
Yeah, but it might take a couple of years, and Mildred doesn't want to wait for me.
Yes, I know. It's an old story, Dennis. Marriage versus a career. The same thing happened with my father's best friend.
But wasn't he a little old for Mildred?
A different girl, Dennis, but the same story. He postponed marriage for a stage career, too. That was back in the 1890s.
And when did he finally marry the girl?
Something always came along to delay them. First, he had her wait 8 years. Then, just as they were about to be married, the Spanish-American War came along.
Gosh.
In 1906, when they were ready again, there was trouble on the Mexican border. He did another hitch in the Army. Then in 1917, when he had enough money to ask her once more, along came the World War.
Gee, and they never got married?
No, they never got married. And today, he's 76 and she's 74.
Well, tell me when they plan on it again so I can volunteer before I'm drafted.
I only told you this story, Dennis, to show what can happen when a man chooses a career instead of a wife.
Yes, sir. It's a sad story.
Yes, it's the saddest I've ever made. The saddest I've ever heard. Now, you think about it, Dennis. It could happen to you.
Gee, yeah. Mildred or a career? A career or Mildred? It's not easy to choose.
I know.
I think I better take a walk around the block a few times and think this out, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, you do that, my boy. I'll see you later.
Okay. Which is more important, the glitter of lights or the glitter of Mildred? Mildred can give me a home. Well, the stage can give me a home. Mildred can give me companionship. Well, so can the stage give me companionship. Mildred can give me babies. Yeah, Mildred goes one up all right. Gosh, what a problem.
Hey, buddy, watch it. You're crossing against the light.
I love Mildred, but this is my big chance for success. Can I
Buddy,
afford...
look out, that car! Holy smoke, it knocked him 10 feet.
Is he all right? Is he all right?
I don't know, he's unconscious. Here, give me a hand with him.
Stage or Mildred? Mildred or a career? Which?
Well, this is the finale coming up, Dennis.
It's the finale in more ways than one, Mr. Hammerstein. It's the last song I shall ever sing on the stage. Well, waiting in the wings for me is my fiancée, Mildred Anderson, to whom I'm engaged and go steady with.
Yes, I know. And I'm going to miss you, my boy. 1898's the greatest year my theater's ever had. Because you're the biggest star the world has ever known. Now go out there and kill 'em.
I'll try.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. Oh, if you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. Hello, hello, hello there. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Oh, send me a kiss by wire. Oh, baby, my heart's on fire. Oh, if you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Dennis, that was wonderful.
Mildred, my darling, how I've longed for you these past 8 years. May I kiss your hand?
Why, Dennis, I'm not wearing gloves.
Of course, I beg your pardon. Do you know why I asked you to come down here tonight, Mildred?
Yes, I think I do.
My handsome is waiting for me at the curb.
I know, and I saw Justice Arnold sitting inside of it.
Then you know all. Mildred, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? I like you, Mildred. Indeed, I do.
Oh, Dennis, how I've been longing for you to ask that question. And my answer is...
Good heavens, listen to this. The USS Maine has just been sunk in Havana Harbor.
What? Goodbye, Mildred. I'm off to fight the Spaniards. See you in a year or so.
Oh, Dennis, come back. Don't leave me.
Well, this is our number, Dennis. Let's give them everything we've got.
Yes, the last number we shall ever do together, Herbie. For waiting in the wings tonight is my intended, Mildred Anderson, to whom I have plighted my troth.
Yes, and I'm going to miss you, boy. 1912's the greatest year we've ever known. Because you're the greatest star in history.
Thank you, Herbert. Well, let's go. Tell me, pretty maiden, are there any more at home like you?
There are a few, kind sir, but your girls on top are due.
Then tell me, pretty maiden, what these very simple girlies do.
Kind sir, their manners are perfection and the opposite of mine.
If I love you, would it be a silly thing to do?
For I must love someone.
If I love me,
yes, I must love someone really,
and it might as well be you.
Dennis, that was wonderful.
Mildred, my darling, how I've longed for you these past 14 years. Have you been well?
Well, I did have a touch of pneumonia.
When?
1903.
Yes, that was a beastly winter. Do you know why I asked you to come down here tonight, Mildred?
Yes, I think I do.
My Stanley steamer is outside at the curb.
I know. And I saw Justice Arnold inside, covered with steam.
Then you know all. Will you be my wife, Mildred? I like you. Scout's honor.
Oh, Dennis, how I've been longing to hear you ask that question. And my answer is...
Good heavens, can this be true? The SS Titanic has been sunk in the North Atlantic.
What? Goodbye, Mildred. I'm off to fish the survivors from the icy waters. Wait for me, my darling.
Oh, Dennis, come back. Don't leave me.
I'll hate to lose you, Dennis. The Follies of 1917 is the greatest I've ever produced, because you're the greatest star the jazz age has ever known.
And I hate to leave, Mr. Ziegfeld, but waiting in the wings for me is the girl of my dreams, Mildred Anderson, whom I love with a passion none the less powerful because of its purity.
I know, my boy. I shall announce your final number on the stage myself. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you now that great star, the one and only high-hatted tragedian of jazz, Dennis. Is everybody happy? Day!
Oh, when my baby smiles at me, my thoughts go roaming to paradise, yes. And when my baby, when my little baby smiles at me, folks, oh, what a wonderful light that comes to her eyes. Listen, buddy, give him the smile that just brings love. Give it to him. Oh, cut it out, will you? That's it. That's the smile that brings real harmony. I sigh and I cry. Oh, it's just a bit of heaven, when my baby smiles at me. Play on. When my little baby smiles at me. Oh, gee. Oh, stop it, I say. And when my baby smiles at me. Oh, I can't stand it. Now, honey, cut it out, will you? Come on, give him the smile that just brings love. Come on, give it to him. Gee, that's it. That's the smile that brings real harmony. Come on, baby. I sigh and I cry. Oh, it's just a bit of heaven, when my baby smiles at me. Is everybody happy?
Oh, Dennis, that was wonderful.
Mildred, my darling. Oh, how I've longed for you these past 5 years. How is your dear family?
They're all dead.
Oh. What wretched luck. Do you know why I asked you to come down here tonight, Mildred?
Yes, I think I do.
My Rolls Royce is parked right outside the stage door.
I know, and I saw Justice Arnold sitting inside of it.
Then you know all. Mildred, will you marry me? I'm beginning to have quite a warm regard for you.
Oh, Dennis, how I've been longing for you to ask that question. And my answer is...
Good heavens, have you seen this? The SS Lusitania's been sunk by a submarine.
What? Goodbye, Mildred. I'm off to fight the Hun. I'll be back when it's over there.
Oh, Dennis, come back. Don't leave me.
Well, our last number, Dennis. 1941 sure has been a great year.
Yes, I'll miss you, Herbie. But waiting in the wings for me is the old lady I care deeply for.
I know, but I just want to tell you how wonderful it's been to have worked with you all these years as the ink spot.
It has been grand, hasn't it? Well, let's give this last number everything we've got.
You bet.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
I don't want to set the world on. I love you too much. I just want to start a red-hot flame down in your big old fat heart. You see, way down inside of me, darling, I have only one desire. And that one desire is you, Poopsie gal. And I know nobody else ain't gonna do. No time, no how.
I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
Dennis, you were wonderful.
Mildred, my darling. Oh, how I've longed for you these past 24 years.
Yes, it seemed like almost a quarter of a century.
Do you know why I asked you to come down here tonight, Mildred?
Yes, I think I do.
My convertible is right across the street.
I know, but I didn't see Justice Arnold in it.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw away another $2. Will you marry me, Mildred? I'm 76. Middle age will soon be upon me.
Oh, Dennis, how I've been longing for you to ask that question. And my answer is...
Good heavens, have you heard the radio? Pearl Harbor.
My gosh, that's been bombed?
Yes, bombed. Oh!
What? Goodbye, Mildred. I'm off to fight the Jack.
Dennis, come back. Don't leave me. Don't you see, Dennis, your whole life has slipped away from you. Wake up before it's too late, Dennis. You've got to wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, Dennis, wake up.
Mildred, where am I?
Oh, you were hit by a car right in front of the house. Are you all right? Are you all right?
I think so. Gee, I had the wildest bomb.
What's happened here?
Oh, Miss Lovely.
Yes, I came over to see if you were ready to leave with me.
Me? Are you crazy? I just had 4 boats shut out from under me on account of you. I'm staying right here.
What?
Yes, you can have the stage. I don't want it. I know what'll happen if I go with you. I'll be so old when I get married, my first kid will be my grandchild. Come on, Mildred. Let's go home.
Dennis Day will be back in just 1 minute to say goodnight. But first...
Dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl, hair that gleams and glistens from a luster cream shampoo.
Yes, for soft, glamorous dream girl hair, try Luster Cream Shampoo. Now in convenient tubes or jars, whichever you prefer. Luster Cream Shampoo leaves hair with new 3-way loveliness. Fragrantly clean, glistening with sheen, soft, easy to manage. Not a soap, not a liquid, but an utterly new, rich lathering cream shampoo. A blend of secret ingredients plus lanolin. 4-ounce jar, $1. Smaller sizes, tubes or jars, 49 and 25 cents. Be a dream girl. A lovely luster cream girl.
Dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl, you owe your crowning glory to a luster cream shampoo.
This is Dennis Day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us tonight, and listen again next week, won't you? Good night, everybody.
Next week, tune into another Dennis Day show brought to you by Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth, and Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous dream girl hair. This is Vern Smith speaking. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Transcribed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
And now, The Halls of Ivy.
The halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. A vast silence has recently descended upon the campus. The midterm examinations will soon begin, and like most college presidents, Dr. William Todhunter Hall enjoys this terminal lull. It gives him a chance to lock himself up in his study and polish off the accumulated unfinished business. And that's what he's doing at the moment. His wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage, has just answered the front doorbell. She enters the living room with a visitor and says,
Well, if you're quite certain it's important, I'll try and get him out. But I must warn you, Mr.
Nolan. Harry Nolan.
Well, I must warn you, Mr. Nolan, that I may not succeed. Once my husband locks himself up in his study, he becomes entirely oblivious to the rest of the world. In fact, compared to Dr. Hall when he's concentrating, a Hindu faker on a bed of nails could be termed flashy.
It's important.
Well, I'll do my best. William! The house is on fire! William? How important is it, Mr. Nolan?
I've flown in all the way from New York to offer your husband $150,000, Mrs. Hall. You rate it.
150. William! Don't worry. I'll get him out. I'll use the old piano routine.
The old...
Yeah, the old piano routine. I generally reserve it for just such emergencies as this. It never fails. Holds him out by the ear, in fact. Now, you watch. In less than 20 seconds, he'll unlock the door, open it, stride over to the piano, and when you watch, just sit down over there on the couch, and I'll join you in a moment. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Here we go.
This is the most excruciating...
William, you have a visitor.
Harry. Hairbreadth Harry.
Billy. Bouncing Billy.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Hasn't it been a long time?
Hasn't it been a long time?
You haven't changed a bit.
You haven't changed a bit.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
I'm delighted to see you.
I'm delighted to see you.
You look great.
You look great.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Hairbreadth Harry.
Bouncing Billy.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Well, that clears that up, doesn't it?
I'm sorry, Victoria. Have you met...
Oh, yes, we've met without the tribal chanting, of course, but we've met.
Well, we're fraternity brothers, Harry and I. We roomed together for 3 years. We shared everything. Clothes.
Money.
Girls. Ho, ho, ho.
Those were the days.
Harry, where have you been? I haven't heard from you since... 1940.
Oh, out on the West Coast till a few months ago. Then they made me vice president in charge of operations for the whole network and sent me east to New York.
Still in radio,
Radio? Aren't you quaint? No, television's my baby now, and it's quite a bouncing baby, too.
Yeah, I know. We get the same kind of reception on our set.
As a matter of fact, Billy, that's why I'm here. What would you do if I offered you a certified check for $150,000?
He'd take it quick like a bunny.
Darling, please. 150,000 in return for what?
We want the TV rights to Ivy's football games next year.
I see. Harry, make it 160,000 and the television rights are yours.
Oh, I wish I could. But I can't go a penny above 150. Business-wise, it's not worth it.
Well, sponsor-wise, it might be.
Market-wise, it's not.
Money-wise, it's not too much.
Profit-wise, it is.
Food-wise, would anybody care for lunch?
Lunch? Oh, I suggest we wait until Professor Barrett arrives. Victoria, I invited him to drop over for lunch.
Good heavens, is old Barrett still head of the drama department?
Yeah, he certainly is. No, Harry, I can't possibly take less than 160. I'd like you to have the rights, but I know you don't expect me to give it to you out of sentiment.
Oh, of course not. And I'd like to give you $160,000, but I know you don't expect me to be guided by sentimental consideration. Now, I always say there's no place in business for sentiment. Don't you agree, Mrs. Hall?
Well, you asked the wrong person. I'm the original sentimental Susie. I can't bear to disappoint people, and the more I like them, the less I can bear it. I go all melted buttery inside.
She's sweet, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm a living doll. In business matters, not very wise. Speaking wise, that is.
I agree with you, though, Harry. When it comes to business, my head rules and not my heart. I find that you can't read the fine print with tears in your eyes.
No, it's the same with me. Why, I wouldn't even ask someone to do business with me on a sentimental basis. I don't con people, and I don't want to be conned.
Right.
150. I won't budge a jot.
160. I won't budge a tittle.
I always meant to ask about that. Exactly how does one go about budging jots and tittles?
Later, darling, later.
Billy, I'll tell you what. I'll offer $150,000 plus a job for you.
For me?
We're setting up a swank 39-week television series. It's a drama series, world's best plays, that sort of thing. We need a master of ceremonies, someone to tell the audience about each play, its history, aesthetics, significance, and maybe, between acts, peddle a little soap. How would you like to do it? Pays very well.
I?
We want someone like you, someone with prestige, someone with distinction. You'd make a very good appearance, and you've a fine, resonant speaking voice.
Well, but I don't quite, you really think so? Oh, I don't, no, I couldn't. It's quite impossible. No.
Well, don't decide it off the cuff. Think about it. I tell you what, go back into your study and finish whatever it is you were doing, and then we'll...
No, I've quite finished. I was merely reading a manuscript at Professor Barrett's request. A play, as a matter of fact, and if you should change your mind and decide to present a series of the world's worst plays, you'd be interested in this one.
Thank you, no. If we ever do present such a series, I still have some of the masterpieces I composed when I was taking Barrett's playwriting course. Talk about turkeys.
Yours couldn't possibly be more aromatic than this one.
Oh, I didn't know you'd read it, Victoria.
Well, yeah, I happened to see it on your desk, and after glancing at the first line, became perversely fascinated by it. After each page, a small, still voice inside would urge, "Go on, Victoria, read a bit more. It'll feel so good when you stop." I've read a lot of plays in my day, but I've never before encountered such mishmash.
Mishmash? Oh, yes, of course, mishmash. I'm glad you agree with me.
Yeah, who wrote it?
Well, Barrett wouldn't say. You know how sensitive he's always been about hurting his students' feelings.
Oh, yes. Whenever he read one of my little gems to the class, the knowledge that the author would remain anonymous was worth $6 a minute.
I can't understand how, after 4 months with Barrett, the greatest authority in the field of theatrical literature and dramaturgy, anyone could turn in such a mushmash.
Mishmash.
Thank you. The author of this play is wasting his and Barrett's time. And if Barrett is too sensitive to tell the student, I shall be happy to do it myself.
Do you mean to say you have the strength to tell a writer what you really think of his work?
Well, of course. When my opinion is requested, I always give it as honestly and as fully as I can. Don't you do the same?
No, not exactly, but there are scores of ways of answering the question, what do you think, without hurting the author's feelings.
I'm sure I can't think of any.
Oh, yes, of course you can. Whenever a playwright asks me, what do you really think of it? I always seem to be able to make him happy by looking deeply into his eyes and saying, that's a play. Can't possibly call it a lie. It was a play.
The one I always use is, you really have something there. Of course, I don't want to say what it is they really have.
And it's also effective to tell a playwright, there are many good things about it. Now, he doesn't know you're referring to the grade of paper it's written on, or the accuracy of the spelling, or the cleanliness of the typing.
Have you ever tried, of course it needs work?
Yes, that's a good one, too.
But that's sophistry. Weaseling. No, I shall tell Barrett, or the student, exactly what I think and let the chips fall where they may. I have too much respect for art to respect the artist. Epigram.
Well, I'd rather die than tell a playwright what I thought about his work. Well, unless, of course, I liked it.
Oh, that must be Barrett now.
Oh, good.
Excuse me, Harry, while I answer the door.
Do you think Professor Barrett will remember you after all these years?
Oh, he might. I once said something to him that made him chuckle every time he saw me during my 2 years at Ivy.
Oh, really, what?
Well, I'd written a one-act play about the death of William Shakespeare, and Barrett called me into his office and very gently, very tactfully, but very devastatingly pointed out some of its flaws. When he finished, I said I felt it would have been much, much better if I had died and Shakespeare had written about me.
No, Professor, not in the least. You're exactly on time.
Good afternoon, Professor Barrett.
Oh, nice of you to have me, Mrs. Hall.
Yeah, I wonder if you happen to remember Mr. Nolan. He's a former pupil of yours.
Of course. I remember him well. It would have been much better, sir, if I had died in Shakespeare. Of course.
Very good to see you again.
Thank you.
We were just discussing the play you asked me to read. Should we talk about it now and then have lunch, or would you prefer
No, let me hear about it now.
Well, I feel very strongly, Professor Barrett, that the author... By the way, would you mind telling me who wrote it?
I did.
I feel very... What?
Yes, I wrote it, rewrote it, and polished it over a period of 6 or 7 years. What do you think of it? The truth now.
You wrote...
Yes.
Well, Professor... Professor Barretts, that's a play.
Yes, I know it's a play, but what about it?
You have something there.
But what?
Many good things about it.
Yes, I know. The margins are straight and so on, but the play. What about the play?
The play?
Yes.
Well, of course, you realize it needs work.
You could say that about the human race to the great creator himself. Be more specific. Do you think it's good or bad? Were you moved at all, or were you unaffected?
Well, I feel that...
Suppose we discuss it after lunch. I think it's ready now.
Lunch, thank heavens, yes, indeed. I've been looking forward to it all day. Yes, let's go in at once, Victoria, and we will talk about your play when we finish. Lunch. What a lovely thought, a nice hot lunch. Yes, indeed. Surprisingly warm for January, isn't it?
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1:30 p.m. on December 26th, the 5 millionth barrel of Schlitz beer brewed in 1950 rolled out of the brewery. This is an all-time record. You helped set this record. You and the millions of people who prefer Schlitz to any other beer. You who have made Schlitz the largest selling beer in America simply because you like the taste of it. To you, Schlitz gives its thanks and its promise that every glass of the beer that made Milwaukee famous will continue to be the kind of beer that makes millions agree it has to be fine to be first.
That surround us here today.
Now back to the halls of Ivy. Professor Barrett and Harry Nolan are conversing in the living room of the Hall's home. Dr. Hall, having delayed the inevitable as long as he possibly could, has gone to his study to fetch Professor Barrett's play. Mrs. Hall joins him there and says,
Toddy, you all right?
No, but I've got to go through with this, and how can I possibly tell such a gracious and gentle friend what I really think of his effort?
It's only a play, darling.
It can't be dismissed as lightly as that. Like any work of art, it's a creation, just as surely as a child is a creation. And like a child, the greater the pain and the greater the effort expended upon it, the more it is loved. Professor Barrett has worked on this play for 6 or 7 years. You heard him. And it's as cruel to shatter his conception of its merit as it would be to say to a doting father, is that your child's face or a Halloween mask it's wearing?
Well, then, I suggest you tell him we think it's one of the most powerful and beautiful plays ever written.
But a favorable reaction from me would only spur him on to submit it to some producer, and that would lead to unbearable humiliation. Don't forget, in the past 30 years, he's taught at least a score of students who have become quite respectable writers and achieved reasonable success.
To say nothing of the few who haven't been in the least bit respectable and have achieved even greater success.
Yes, exactly.
Charlie, I don't mean to press, but we really can't stay in here with the others waiting for us in there.
All right. Hail, Caesar, we who are about to die. I'm ready, darling.
Have you come to a decision?
Yes, I'll tell him the truth. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps it is only a play. You wouldn't care to... No, of course not. Forgive me, I'm sorry I asked. You go all melted buttery inside, don't you? Come on.
That's what I thought.
After you, Vicky. I'm sorry I took so long, Professor Barrett. My desk is such a frightful heap of accumulated papers.
I quite understand. My wife often refers to my own desk as the city dump. Well, what do you think of the play? The truth now.
Oh, I intend to speak truthfully. I know you feel as keenly as I that we must always make it a point to face the facts. Face the facts.
Steady, Doctor. Your Freudian slip is showing.
No, Professor. Really, I intend to tell you exactly what I think about your play.
Without fear or favor?
Without fear or favor.
Good. Well?
In my estimation, your play... by the way, speaking of plays, did anyone see the end run Gerby made in the New Year's Day game of... Remarkable, simply remarkable.
Was it?
Oh, yes, remarkable. Wasn't it, Victoria?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember remarking to you at the time that it was remarkable.
Wasn't it, though? 11 yards.
What the devil's so remarkable about that?
It was the wrong direction.
Speaking of football, what do you think of my play?
This is what I think.
I'm really very anxious to know, not only because it's my first play, but because, I don't mind telling you, I'm very anxious to have it produced. I might have worked on it a few years more, I suppose, but I can no longer indulge myself.
Well, I don't quite understand, Professor.
I need money. Quite a lot of it, the doctors inform me.
Doctors? Are you ill, Professor Barrett?
My wife.
I never realized.
Yes, she's quite ill. When they told me, I naturally thought of my play immediately. It's really the only large asset I have. All my hopes are centered upon it.
I see. I'm dreadfully sorry about Mrs. Barrett.
Yes, so am I.
Oh, well, go ahead, Dr. Hall. Is it, in your estimation, a good play?
Dear Professor Barrett, we both love you, and it's a bad play. Although beautifully constructed and technically precise, it's entirely devoid of feeling, beyond the art of any actor, and will induce in the audience neither laughter nor tears. That is what William and I, in all truth, think.
I see.
You must know, with all your experience, that there's no truth about a play's merits. I mean, no one can say with certainty that it's good or bad. But you asked us to tell you what we felt. And we felt what we told you.
Thank you.
Professor Barrett, there are some who light the torch and some who hold it aloft. Who is to say which of these is the greater?
No, it's quite all right, William. It's quite all right.
Anyway, Billy, as I was telling you at lunch, this jockey spoke to me while I was over at the paddock. Mr. Nolan, he said, I want to give you a tip. There's a filly down at the stable who has yet to run her first race. She's the fastest thing I've ever seen. Well, of course, I'm interested immediately, having my own stable as I do. So I went to see this filly's owner. Told him I might be interested in buying her. Understand?
What? Understand what? Oh, yes, the filly. Yeah.
He quoted a price that was out of this world. I told him he was crazy and offered him half what he asked. Understand?
What? Oh, yes, horses. Yes. Professor Barrett.
I'm not finished. Well, you know how it is in horse trading. Give a little, take a little, and eventually you may be able to make a deal. Understand? Same as any other deal. Horses, real estate, television rights to football games. Give a little, take a little. Understand?
No.
I say that when you're trying to make a deal, you give a little, take a little. Whether it's horses, television rights to football games, 39-week drama series. Understand?
Horses, television, 39-week drama. Oh, yes. Of course I understand. But what do you take me for? I wholeheartedly agree.
Good. Professor Barrett.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't following the conversation.
No, I was saying that I wish you'd do me a favor. Help me out of a predicament.
Well, gladly, my boy, if I can.
Well, as I told you, I'm in television now, and we're thinking of presenting a very swank 39-week series. World's best plays. One a week, you know. Well, we're looking for someone to be the nominal producer, someone with prestige in the field of dramatic arts. someone to appear on each program and sort of introduce the play and tell the audience something about it. It's a very important and highly paid job, but I can't think of anyone to fit the bill. Would you mind suggesting...
There's Hard over in England and McRae of the...
No, I've just had the most marvelous inspiration.
I wonder if it's the same one I have.
Why, heavens to Betsy, I'm all at sea. What do you mean?
Why, Professor Barrett would be wonderful on such a program.
By George, it never occurred to me.
I? On television?
What a capital idea. Now, why couldn't I have thought of it?
Because you're stupid.
Television, do you really think it's possible?
Well, we mustn't get our hopes up, must we? TV has very, very strict requirements. Let me hear your voice. Say, how now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
Perfect. Why, you could knock me over with a feather. And you have such a distinguished appearance. Professor Barrett, I'd be very grateful if you accepted the job.
Of
course, it only pays $500 a week. But then it's merely a few hours' work. Please say you'll do it. As a favor to me.
Oh, but of course, I'd be delighted to. That is, if you're quite sure. You see, I'm not really a performer.
Well, how do you know? I never knew a good teacher yet that wasn't a bit of a ham at heart.
What about my billing?
Billing, huh? Don't worry, you're a performer. We'll discuss your billing later.
Professor, I'm sure you'll be a great success.
Dear me, I'm quite bewildered. $500 a week. You please excuse me, all of you. I must get home and tell my wife all about this. I shall break it to her gently, of course. Well, goodbye.
Harry, you drive a hard bargain.
You drive a hard bargain.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
That echoes back again.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Harry, that's a magnificent gesture you made.
Gesture? Me? You out of your mind? He happened to be what I was looking for. That's the only reason I offered him the job. What I always say is there's no room in business for sentiment.
Right. In business, one must have a hard heart as well as a hard head.
Beautifully put.
I still don't agree.
You're just one of those people, Victoria, who go all melted buttery inside at the prospect of hurting someone's feelings. You can't help it, but there it is.
Yeah, I know. It's a weakness. I often wish I could be more like you in that respect. You know, and cleave to the truth no matter what.
Though the heavens fall.
Yeah, exactly. Though the heavens fall. I lack the strength.
Tut, darling. I've more than enough for both of us. Well, it turned out quite nicely. Harry, you don't have to leave yet, do you?
No, I can stay until you sign this football contract for television. Just happen to have it here in my left hand and a fountain pen in my right hand. And we have a witness who wouldn't be so bad on television herself. Call that an offer if you like, Mrs. Hall.
No, thank you. I'm a home girl now.
Thank you, my darling. Although I'm sure you could meet any and all television requirements.
Oh.
But Harry has football instead. How many plunging lines does he need?
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Now, here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
At the same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. Harry Nolan was played by Elliot Lewis, and Professor Barrett was Norman Field. Tonight's script was written by Robert Sinclair, Walter Brown Newman, and Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolfe, and transcribed by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far.
Here comes the Great Gildersleeve. Then it's Groucho Marx on NBC. Here comes the Great Gildersleeve. Then it's Groucho Marx on NBC.
Anything tonight, kiddies.
The Fred Allen Show, with Fred's guests, Orson Welles, Portland Hopper, Minerva Pius as Mrs. Nussbaum, Alan Reed as Falstaff Openshaw, Parker Fenley as Titus Moody, the DeMarco Sisters, and Al Goodman and his orchestra. And until I show up as Senator Claghorn, my name is Kenny Delmar. This week, ladies and gentlemen, a new book, The Way to Vocabulary, Power, and Culture, was published. We bring you now the new literary lion, whose name appears twice in this work. He's Fred Allen.
Thank you. I'm laughing already at last week's show. Now, thank you. Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny, I'm really happy that you mentioned Dr. Funk's new tome, The Way to Vocabulary, Power, and Culture. You know, I am now a part-time intellectual. If you ever pass Brentano's, look up. I may be in the window.
Well, have you noticed any difference since your name was mentioned in Dr. Funk's book?
Well, yes, Kenny. I'm the talk of the literary set in subdued voices for the nonce. On Fifth Avenue yesterday, Elsa Maxwell blew me a kiss.
Elsa blew you a kiss?
Yes, she was a little short-winded. It fell in the gutter, but I rescued it. You know, you should expand your vocabulary, Kenny. Get hep to words like tessellated.
Tessellated? What does it mean?
Well, thanks to Dr. Funk, I am now in a position to tell you, Kenny. Tessellated means adorned with mosaics.
Oh. What does mosaics mean?
Kenny, don't press your luck. I'm only up to page 12 myself. When I get up to the mosaics, you'll hear from me by phone. Don't let me go on.
Mr. Allen!
Let me stand there reading punctuation. What is new? What's new, Portland?
Mama said your name is in Dr. Funk's new vocabulary book.
That is correct. And I would like to add at this time that Mr. Jack Benny's name does not appear in the book.
Hasn't Jack
Two people from Waukegan, huh? Well, the weather's breaking. Hitchhikers are out again.
Hasn't Jack a large vocabulary?
Jack, a large vocabulary. 2 words he uses on his program. Yipe and You know, Benny takes spelling lessons from Red Skelton.
I think Jack is pretty smart.
Smart?
He's always teaching Phil Harris new words.
Phil Harris? Phil Harris is the moron's messiah. And he is still smarter than Mr. Benny. You know, when Benny finished grammar school, he was so old, instead of a diploma, they gave him a pension.
Mama said you were the only kid in kindergarten with 5 o'clock shadow.
Well, look, when Benny went to school, he had to have a tutor to get through recess. The longest word Mr. Benny knows, you can get out of an oboe player's mouth sideways.
you know any big words?
Big words? Have you ever heard the word tessellated?
Yes. Tessellated means to be adorned with mosaic.
Who asked you what it meant?
Do you want to know what mosaic means?
Never mind. You're reading the book from the back. I can see that. Well, touche, and I don't mean that hand lotion, Portland. And speaking of hand lotions, we have a date with a couple of chaps in Allen's Alley.
What is your question tonight?
Have you heard about the chicken surplus? And if you have, are you eating more chicken to help reduce it?
Shall we go?
As the saw in the sawmill said to the knothole, I think I'll buzz along. It's good to get back to Allen's Alley, Portland. Well, I guess the senator's just finished dinner. There's a big catfish head on the lawn. See the flies? Well, let's knock.
Somebody knock.
Yes,
Claghorn's the name, Senator Claghorn, that is.
You're from the South.
When I play bridge, I never sit knock.
Now, wait a minute.
With men who know Senator's best, it's Claghorn 6 7/8 to 3.
Now, look.
I shot a robin this morning.
You shot a robin?
I caught the little feathered traitor flying back from the South.
Tell me, Senator, are you doing anything about this chicken surplus?
I'm eating chicken every day.
Good.
I have my own recipe, chicken a la Claghorn.
Chicken a la Claghorn. How do you prepare your fowl, Senator?
First, I soak my chicken overnight in Kentucky bourbon. Hard me to go on here now. Then I boil it in Louisiana corn.
Yes.
Then I baste it with Mississippi mint julep.
Yes.
Then I leave it in the skillet over a slow fire for 2 days.
And the chicken's ready?
I don't bother with the chicken.
No?
When I get through lapping up that gravy,
yes,
I'm southern fried.
Well, the senator certainly knows his culinary stuff. Well, let's see if Mr. Moody is in.
Howdy, Bob.
You look a little tired, Mr. Moody.
Yeah, I had to set up all night in the pig pen.
Oh, really?
One of my pigs had ptomaine.
Oh. Well, how could a pig get ptomaine?
I don't know. Must have had a piece of tainted swill or something.
Oh, there's something wrong?
Yeah, I got the rheumatism in both arms. Just got a crick.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, doesn't the rheumatism bother you working?
Just milking. I can't move my arms.
Well, how do you milk?
Well, first I sit on the stool.
Yes?
I get a good grip.
I see.
Then I just hold on.
And?
The cow jumps up and down.
Well, tell me, Mr. Moody, what about this chicken surplus?
Oh, there's only one way to stop a chicken surplus. Nip it in the nest.
Nip it in the nest? You mean?
Stop the hens from setting, from having more chicken.
Well, how?
Do what I done last week.
What?
Well, I put a dozen Chinese eggs in one nest.
China eggs? And what happened?
That hen hatched out the prettiest set of demi-tassy cups I ever see. So long,
Well, I've never heard of a hen in her cups before. Oh, well, let's try this next door.
No.
Not Mrs. Nussbaum.
You are expecting maybe Ronald Goldman.
Tell me, Mrs. Nussbaum, are you doing your bit to help reduce the chicken surplus?
I'm sending to Washington a slogan.
Oh, what is your slogan?
The war is over. We're through with bullets. Now is the time. Start cooking pullets.
Very good. Excellent. Are you, besides the slogan, are you using poultry at home?
For every meal in my house, I'm serving chicken.
No kidding.
For breakfast, I'm making Wheaties. Concealed in the Wheaties is chicken gizzards.
Chicken gizzards. You have coffee, too?
Oh, instead coffee, I'm serving piping hot a cup of chicken fat.
Oh, yum, yum.
For lunch, I'm cooking chicken Chinese style.
Chinese chicken?
This is egg foo young. Instead of the foo, I'm putting in chicken giblets.
Oh, instead of the foo. Well, that should improve the taste. And you serve it Chinese style with chopsticks?
No, with drumsticks.
Oh, with drumsticks. Well, what is for dinner?
Roast chicken stuffed.
Stuffed, huh?
Inside the roast chicken is a boiled chicken.
Oh.
After dinner is coming chicken coffee.
Well, what is chicken coffee?
Instead of sugar,
Uh-huh.
in the coffee I'm dropping 2 lumps of white meat.
Well, chicken 3 times a day, isn't your husband complaining?
Complaining? Pierre is wanting even more chicken.
Well, how do you know?
Yesterday I'm catching him with 2 blondes.
Well, here we are at the end of Allen's Alley. What can happen at this last shanty?
Hi-ho all, it isn't Rudy Valley, it's the poet laureate of Allen's Alley.
Tonight we are discussing the chicken surplus.
I know. I have prepared a poem.
And what is your chicken surplus quatrain called?
In rebuttal.
In rebuttal. How does it go?
The rooster flew to the hen house roof and crowed to the world at large his message conceived in rebuttal to the chicken surplus charge. We give up our lives, crowed the rooster, and I speak for each chicken and hen who has died and been fried through the ages to grace the tables of men. Today you proclaim there's a surplus, yet to death you continue to doom us. Your cold storage warehouses glutted with fowl, and none to consume us. The real reason there's a surplus of poultry is the population has shrunk in New York. So don't go around blaming us chickens. Go take it up with the stalk.
Now from the foul call to roll call staff, return with pleasure to the Chicory Chick Choir, the 5 DeMarco sisters, accompanied by Maestro Al Goodman and his surplus symphonists. The DeMarco sing Atlanta, G.A. I
love the morning glory growing, the breeze is softly blowing in Atlanta, GA. I love to wake up in the morning, see the sun come up the dawning in Atlanta, GA. I love to walk among the flowers and taste the honey from the bee. I want to while away my hours, reading books and dreaming dreams beneath the trees. I want to see the ivy swinging, hear the robin singing, little songs I adore. I want to attend the Sunday meeting, hear the friendly greeting when I get home once more. I want to all that certain someone, I miss them more each day. I'm getting ready for a wedding, going to get the train to set for Atlanta, GA. I want to see the ivy swinging, want to hear the robin singing, want to attend the Sunday meeting, want to hear the friendly greeting when I get home once more. I want to hold that certain someone, I miss him more each day. I'm getting ready for a wedding, going to get the train to set and for Atlanta, GA, Atlanta, GA. You won't be satisfied until you break my heart. You're never satisfied until the teardrops die. I tried to shower you with love and kisses, but all I ever get from you is nagging and breaking my poor heart is taking the weight. You taught my heart to cry in shame. I bet you wouldn't like it if I did the same. You're only happy tearing all my dreams apart. You won't be satisfied until you break my heart. You won't be satisfied until you break my heart. You're never satisfied until the teardrop dry. I tried to shower you with love and kisses, kisses. But all I ever get from you is nagging and breaking my poor heart is taking all the way. You shot my heart around the crying day. I'll bet you wouldn't like it if I did the same. You're only happy tearing all my dreams apart. Oh, you won't be satisfied until you break my heart. Until you break my heart.
That was a miniature version of Personality played by Al Goodman and his Union Squares. Say, Portland.
Yes?
You know, we have to get busy. Our guest tonight is Orson Welles. Is the gold mesh carpet ready?
The gold carpet is ready.
Yeah.
The man from Symphony's brought the jade microphone.
The jade microphone. I told him the turquoise microphone. Yes. preparation we have to make for Orson.
Did you rehearse the Orson Welles fanfare?
Oh, gosh, I forgot. Mr. Goodman, with that special Orson Welles fanfare, have your men chew on a little sen before they blow their trumpets. Mr. Welles likes to smell something as he comes on. In fact, I would... Hey, this must be Orson now. Mr. Goodman, the fanfare, please. Wait a minute. Hold it. Stop it, please. You're not Orson Welles.
No, I'm Mr. Welles' personal psychiatrist.
Yeah?
I'm afraid Mr. Welles cannot appear on your program tonight.
Can't appear?
No, Mr. Welles is suffering from a complete breakdown of personality.
But, Doctor, you are a doctor.
In some states, yes.
Doctor, you mean the great Orson Welles, the brash, impetuous exhibitionist?
Today he is a cringing, beaten milquetoast.
Oh, what happened?
It was that role he played in his new picture, Tomorrow is Forever.
Yes?
He appeared as Eric Kessler, a frustrated, elderly Dutchman.
Yes?
It took 8 months to make the picture. For 8 months, Mr. Welles lived as Eric Kessler.
Uh-huh.
He still thinks he's Kessler.
Eric Kessler.
He has Kessler's Dutch dialect. He has Kessler's inferiority complex.
Orson Welles with an inferiority complex? I can't believe it, Doctor.
You must help him, Mr. Allen. I have Mr. Welles in a rest home on 52nd Street.
Doctors Leon and Eddie's the place I've seen. Doctor, what can I...
If you could induce Mr. Welles to face an audience again, he might conquer his phobia.
I shall do it. Let's go to the rest home, Doctor. Let's go.
This is Mr. Welles' room.
But there's no one in here, Doctor.
Quiet. Mr. Welles is hiding in the closet again. Be careful, Mr. Allen. If you upset him, this Kessler complex returns. He starts talking Dutch. Good luck, Mr. Allen.
Thank you, Doctor. Yeah, the pitiful case. Orson Welles hiding in a closet. Orson! Come out of the closet, Orson. Nobody'll hurt you. Come out, Orson. Ah, the door is opening.
Yes, please.
Orson Welles. Orson, you remember me, Fred Allen?
Was you ever in Cincinnati?
Look, Orson.
Excuse, please. The name is Eric. Eric Kessler.
But, Orson, I'm your old friend.
Was you ever in Cincinnati?
Orson, you must snap out of it.
Oh, everything is so confused.
Think hard. Back in the dim, hazy past, you knew a man named Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Think.
Orson Welles. I seem to recall. Orson Welles used to walk down Fifth Avenue with a marmoset riding his armed side saddle.
Uh-huh.
A fawn prancing by his side, and 20 giant butterflies on silken leashes flew ahead, spelling out the name Orson.
I saw Orson Welles one day carrying a cane. It was the hind leg of a gazelle.
Orson used to strut into the automat, stand in front of those little windows, and say, "Open." Every single window would fly open.
Well, listen, Mr. Kessler. That man with the 20 butterflies and the hind leg of the gazelle was you. You were Orson Welles. You're still Orson Welles, star of stage, screen, and radio.
Fred.
Yes?
You left out television.
Ah! That's the old Orson, the old blowhard coming back.
You mean I'm not Kessler, the weakling? I am Orson Welles, the blowhard?
Yes. You have got to convince yourself. Say to yourself, I am Orson Welles.
I am Orson Welles.
Good. Say it again. I am the great Orson Welles.
I am the great Orson Welles.
Let it ring out.
I am the great Orson Welles.
You're cured. The old power, the old ego, the old ham is back. Now you know who you are.
I am Eric Kessler.
Orson.
Was you ever in Cincinnati?
Orson, you're slipping. Orson.
Oh, it's no use, Fred. It's nice of you to try and help, but now if you'll excuse me, I'll go back into my little old closet.
Now, Orson, we can conquer this complex. If you give one performance in public, your past would return. A long time ago, we did a play together, remember?
Oh, yes, it was Les Miserables.
Let's do it again.
Oh, Fred, I'm frightened.
Buck up, Orson.
All right, if you insist, I'll do the play on one condition.
Yes, Orson.
You must be the star. You must do all the acting.
All the acting.
Just let me appear for a second, no more.
Good.
Yeah.
If you only speak one line, it will bolster your courage. Now, as we start, you can announce the play.
Fred, it means mentioning my own name. I'm afraid.
Steel yourself. You must conquer this inferiority complex. You can do it, Orson. Music, Mr. Goodman.
Les Miserables. Is that all right? Can I go ahead?
All right, go ahead, Orson.
Victor Hugo's immortal story of a soul transfigured and redeemed through suffering. This is an Orson Welles production.
Radio version of Les Miserables prepared by
Orson Welles.
Directed by
Orson Welles. Starring Orson Welles. Orson Welles will be assisted by...
Hold it. Wait a minute.
Fred, did you hear I said my name? I said my name.
And you said it plenty, too. What about my name?
Well, I announced you, Fred. The music cut in too quickly.
Now watch that music, Mr. Goodman. Orson, you said you wanted me to be the star of the play. Now, if you're going to take all the credit... Orson.
Was you ever a Cincinnati?
He's slipping again.
I am Eric Kessler.
No, you are Orson Welles.
That's right, I am. I'm Orson Welles.
Well, what happened?
You raised your voice to me, Fred. Remember my condition.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let's start the play.
The play? What play?
Les Miserables, you remember?
Yes. I am Jean Valjean, the hunted convict. Yeah. You are Javert, the detective, that merciless minion of the law, always on my trail. You do all the acting.
All the acting, I'm the star. You just come on for a second.
That's right.
Fine, let's go.
The first scene is a dingy garret in the slums of Paris. As the story opens, I, Jean Valjean, am hiding out. I think I have escaped you. As we first see Jean Valjean, he is soliloquizing.
At last, Jean Valjean, you are safe. There is no cause to fear this Javert who has hounded you so long. Javert, your nemesis, that merciless bloodhound, always in pursuit of you, is finally thrown off the track, completely baffled. But hark, that sound upon the stairs. Footsteps. Those same plodding footsteps. Javert, what is to be done? This window. Jean Valjean will never be taken. Goodbye, Javert!
Wait a minute. Stop the music, Mr. Goodman.
Fred, did you hear that? That was I, the old Orson Welles. I'm not afraid anymore.
No. Now I'm starting to get a little frightened. Now, look, Orson.
Later, Fred. Now we start the second scene.
Never mind the second scene. What about the first scene?
Oh, it was wonderful, Fred. I'm getting that old feeling again.
And I'm getting that old business again. Orson, you said I was going to be the star.
But you are the star, Fred. What stole that whole scene?
What?
It was that knock on the door. And who knocked on that door? Javert.
Never mind Javert.
Well, you motivate the entire story. If you hadn't knocked at that door, I'd still be in the garret. We'd have no play.
Now, don't give me that. I'm supposed to do all the acting. I haven't even had one line.
Was you ever in Cincinnati?
Take it easy, Orson.
Watch that, Fred.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I will. Well, what happens now?
Well, in this second scene, you dominate the whole thing. I am just the stooge.
The stooge. Well, that's more like it. What is the second scene?
Well, it's years later. This time, you, Javert, have me trapped. Cosette Fabantou, a demi-monde, is concealing me in the back room of a bistro. I, Jean Valjean, am pacing up and down.
Jean, will you stop pacing? Toujours up and down.
This is the end, Cosette, my farewell to freedom. Instead of liberty waits the galley through the iron collar. The chain is befoot the dungeon, the plank bed, all the horrors I know so well. To submit morning and evening to the hammer of the roundsman who tests the fetters. Time is short, the net is tightening. Javert.
Quick, Jean Valjean, through the trap door.
Merci, Cosette. Jean Valjean will never be taken again. Au revoir, Javert.
Now, hold it. Wait a minute. Stop the music. Now look, Orson.
You were magnificent.
Never mind that.
Stole that scene right out from under my nose.
Now, look, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's suspense, man.
Orson, please.
I've seen Javert played 100 times. The Theater Guild, Moscow Art Theater, at Grossinger's. And Johnson has played Javert. But I've never heard a Javert get the tone out of that police whistle that you got tonight.
Now, look, Orson, I don't mind playing the schnook to help restore your ego. But now my ego is going. In 2 acts, all I've done is knock on a door and blow a whistle.
But you ever...
All right. The next, go ahead with the play.
The next scene is all yours, Fred. As you started to say, you trail me through the sewers of Paris. You finally corner me single-handed. And there we stand, face to face. I just have a few words, and then you speak.
I finally speak. Well, it's about time. Let's go.
Undo, hell situation. Alone in this sewer. Trapped like a rat. The gloomy darkness. This narrow archway above my head. These 2 slimy corridor walls. But hark, that sloshing through the muck. At last you cornered me, Javert. Don't talk, Javert. Before you seal my doom, I would speak for the last time. You will never take Jean Valjean alive, Javert. The water in this sewer is rising. I am 6 feet 9. You, Javert, are 4 feet 2. The water rises. No, not yet, Javert. Don't speak. The water. Higher. Now, Javert, you have Jean Valjean at your mercy. Pronounce my doom. Now, Javert, speak.
Kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this before since can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they'll seem without you. So kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Kiss me once, kiss me twice, and kiss me once again. It's been a long time. Haven't felt like this before since can't remember when. It's been a long, long, long time. You never know how many dreams I dreamed about you. Oh, yes, how empty without you. So kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. It's been a long
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.